might not be happening at this rate.
I'm here for the meeting as well.
Hello, Dash. How are you?
It's okay. He's still playing Spider-Man. So
I mean, I don't blame him. Spider-Man's pretty
we're
fun.
just getting set up right now, so
he said this was his last mission. So we'll see if it actually ends up being his last mission.
That's me in Starfield. Yeah, this is the
I
last
saw
quest.
Said in company and chat,
just
so
do
I
this
thought I'd
one
hop
more
in and
thing.
harass him while I'm getting
Yeah,
set up.
I'm gonna do
so.
this one drop-off quest that just take me this one planet. It'll be fine. 2 hours later.
Literally every open world game.
Yeah,
All right,
it's
we're
true.
connected.
Just take 5 more minutes.
Yeah, right.
3 hours later.
Okay. It's on. Arma's loading.
That's all right.
Well, I already stayed up, so I guess.
Might as well hang out at this rate.
Yeah, I'm already up, so you know what? We'll just keep going. I'll keep playing the game instead.
Okay.
Why are you up? Why didn't you go to bed? Why didn't you get 8 hours of sleep? What's going on?
Video games.
Who needs sleep?
Yeah. Sleep is for the weak.
Fair enough.
That's right.
Oh damn, has it been 2 years, Dash? Jesus. It has. Oh my god, that's terrifying. I have nothing to show for it.
Yeah, you and 90% of other streamers.
Yeah, be like
be
that.
fair.
How many years did you say?
2 years.
2 years?
Darling.
Chat can hear us.
Oh,
hi, chat.
Yeah,
How are
sorry,
you?
I guess
Hey,
I should have
Dad.
said something.
Oh, hello.
Don't worry. We're not supposed to say slurs on this server anyway.
Yeah, cool. No, apparently it's been 2 years. I think Dash was actually my first sub.
Ooh.
Ooh. God damn it. Hello, hydrate.
Why we wait? We
left
had.
your channel.
Exactly.
God, I hate fucking TeamSpeak so much. Can we just like port the task force thing to Mumble or something? I know it's not an option, but God, I hate TeamSpeak.
Unacceptable.
Do
you ever clear your fucking redeems, woman?
What?
I'm giving everyone their gallons back because you never clear your redeems.
What? I didn't know that was
You had
a
a
thing.
2-month-old redeem that hadn't been cleared, woman.
Because I do them.
2-month-old. You don't clear them.
Distracting from that, Dash, to answer your question,
User joined
there's a plugin for the game that lets you do like talk in like local space, and it uses TeamSpeak because this game is like 20 years old. Let me switch over to that.
It's a good 10 years old actually today.
Yeah. Arma's
Yep.
only 10.
It's 10.
It's
not even at a cool age yet. Look, they gotta wait until 18 so they can buy lottery tickets.
I mean, what was it? The first Steam account turned 20, like, what, 2 days ago?
That's true.
Terrifying. Alright, well, I'm gonna fuck off. Looks like I've got squad people in already, so I'm gonna go say hi to them. Talk to y'all later.
Right, go say hi to them. Tell them they're cringe for me. Don't actually, because you have to remain in character on the server.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Oh, damn it, Dash. I'm trying my best, okay? You know how difficult no cursing is for me? We'll just try our best. Oh, fuck. Front. This here. This is probably going to be a very boring stream today. Just full disclosure. We're doing training stuff. So actually, you'll probably get a laugh out of me fucking shit up. Messing shit up. Messing stuff up. Fucking hell. Messing things up. I know it has has not crashed. It just does this for like 20 minutes. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Have good gymming.
Channel switched.
Let's go say hi to the bitches. Oh. Just gonna run over here. Wait, I said vid. God damn it. I'm really not good at this. I apologize. Load out. Grab our gun. Yep, we have a gun. Put it on safety, which is shift tilde. Nope, control tilde. Every fucking time. Good morning.
Morning. Actually, it is morning this time, which is nice. Oh boy, we got a. I mean, it's a day ahead of us.
Hey, it's another day we're still breathing. That's a good day, right?
We have days we're not breathing, where we're on training that we have a lot of different problems to deal with. Well, I
Yeah,
mean, if you're
that's
dead, you
fair.
guys don't have any problems. So I think we're getting frost as well, and land. Shit, there might be like 6 of us. Everyone loves training. Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't want to learn how to do comms and whatever else it is we're doing today?
I don't know. We'll figure out what we're gonna do today. I gotta find somebody to if we're gonna do a little bit more land nav. We might have to get off of this island here and arrange pickup, but we'll
Yeah,
figure it
go,
out.
go find a falcon or something and get lost.
No, I'll just get
That
Raider
may be a good time to go through and just be like, hey,
I'll just
let's
find
learn
Ra-
how to swim.
I'll just tell Raider to or ask. Well, tell Raider. I don't tell Raider anything, but I'll tell Master Sergeant to fly us over to the other island, and we can work on some stuff. And I think land nav will be a little bit easier if we do it collaboratively. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
It wasn't too difficult. Like, we were fine. I still think we did a great job. It's just when we're doing it all together, it should be significantly simpler. And yeah, it shouldn't be that bad.
And we have guns, so we can actually run instead of, you know.
Yeah. So
I mean, you did have the flare gun.
I didn't
did,
actually. I
actually.
didn't. Yeah.
It wasn't in your backpack?
Yeah. No,
Oh.
they gave me a backpack and it wasn't in there for some reason.
Yeah, so with a lot of the people who finished, so they went a lot faster because the way our suits work, if it knows that you have a gun in your hand, it'll put a little more juice in your stuff.
Yeah.
So you get to run a little quicker, and they figured that out immediately. So good for them. And they also didn't miss the first Pelican, so they weren't 20 minutes late.
I mean, a big facet of it was I think they all got dropped off first as well. So
It depends where
yeah.
you got dropped. Yeah, I mean, so we were dropped off on I was dropped off in the eastern part with Colson, and like we were pretty close to being done. I mean, I saw him a couple times there. We had different strategies, but we were pretty close. It's all good though. Everybody was finding their objectives, and like I told you guys before, like I think we did a pretty good job. I think that everybody understood what they were taught. Even Griff, who is the most worried about it, did a great job. By the way, you moving your head. Because I don't.
Wow. Sorry, I had my earplugs in.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, so no, I think it went really well. We can do a couple more if you guys want. I can throw out some grids or some points and see if we can find them collaboratively. I mean, it's going to be in the honor system. Probably just have everybody sling your helmet so you guys we can't use them. And we can find a couple of them. That's fine. I want to go over some radiocom stuff first, but I think likely we're going to end up with Frost and Lancer as well, so that'll be a
Wait a
full boat.
second.
Other than Sterner, who is
I'll be right back.
on LOA.
Drive safe.
Yeah, all good.
And it should be
I mean, do we have things? I guess in the, or I don't know what we're gonna do.
we are quite literally the only people on training today. It sounds like. So
Okay.
far, at least, I haven't seen anybody else wake up. So it's I guess it's Fenrir Day. So
There
we'll see
we go.
if
Feel much better.
Yeah,
I'll call it.
if Master Sergeant wakes up, we can get our way over to the other island to do some things. But if he doesn't, then we don't really have a whole lot that we can do unless somebody here is certified to fly. I am not.
I don't do flying. Like, I understand it from previous work that I've done, but I'm not certed in it. So
Yeah, I'm not certain I have in the
Yeah.
past, but
Griff is
you
not
know,
certified in
rusty.
flying. She's certified in falling with style.
Falling sideways in her pod. Well, the worst part was she didn't go sideways one time. Her pod just landed door down. I was staring at it and being like, how did you even do that?
that has happened.
It rolled over on a hill. I mean, I know that kind of how it happened, but I just remember staring at it. I was like, I didn't even know that could happen. That's very surprising.
Is it?
With you, no. No, with you, absolutely, it's not surprising.
It's happened so many times. I haven't really kept track of like which one is which. I just know
Yeah.
that it happened.
Hell, who got launched into the fucking water on Panthera when we was dropping
That was me.
that one time? That was you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, I know for certain that was not me because I specifically remember not being in the water.
Yes.
We just
that
get
was
fucked
me.
up.
No, that's
it
Frost
was
waking up.
Frost getting onto the if you ever
Oh,
do
gotcha.
medical system. So we'll wait on Lancer as well. We'll see if we get him. I mean, a lot of y'all know this stuff, but I do want to go over some of the radio etiquette, especially when I'm run off into the middle of nowhere, so you guys can start taking over some more leadership capabilities. So we'll go through some things. It won't be
User
too
joined your
difficult today, I promise. Try to get you out of here in like an hour, unless we start doing some like advanced land nav again, in which case we will run around a bunch. But unless someone's around to fly us around, then we will not do very much at all. But the radio stuff is a big deal, and I know that a lot of you guys can assist in that. Griff, I've heard you on the radio enough times. Morningstar, I know you know how to use it for certain.
What?
Oh, yeah. Say repeat to me, please.
Huh? Oh, you said it. All right, stand by.
Yep.
Rounds inbound.
Yeah, you know, by the way, like, since we're here and we're not busy and we're not having to go anywhere, could someone help me set up to have a custom color for my HUD, as opposed to what I am forced to use?
So.
Yeah, I
Griff,
basically wanted to do
he's got
purple
you.
for the main one. So.
Oh, well, shit. Hold up a second. Hold up. Let me just open that up. All right.
Good morning,
you know how to get
sunshine.
to the HUD options.
Yeah,
Ah.
I'm in it right now.
Important for us.
I just
Alright,
want the
heading up.
primary color to be purple.
Good morning.
So,
Afternoon.
what you do? Click on select
Hello,
the
thank you for the
advanced
follow,
mode
darling.
under
Yep.
color options. Primary color. Enter in the following numbers.
Pardon?
0.4,
What time is it?
Okay.
0.
Or do I need to add a
5:30 in the
comma
morning,
or
apparently.
space?
It'll be a comma.
It's definitely
So-
more.
Okay.
It's so I'll just go ahead and
My
read it out
altimeter
in its
watch
entirety for you,
is-
okay?
Glitching
Okay.
out a little bit.
0.4, comma
Okay.
0, comma 0.8, comma 1.
Okay, there we go.
Channel's 130.
Hey, firm.
That's the purple that I'm using. So
Yeah, that works just fine.
I remember.
Say it again over. God damn it.
I
User
will,
joined your
just before
channel.
we step off here, need about 5 to 10 in my head. Morningstar, are you comfortable taking them through the very basics of radio comms?
sure.
Alright. Otherwise, you guys can wait for me. I don't really care if you guys want to wait. Otherwise, I'll do it. Doesn't really
I'm
make
just gonna
much
go ahead and
difference.
say it now. If I fuck up, I blame you for leaving me unsupervised.
You are a corporal.
Exactly.
You are quite
User
literally
joined your channel.
responsible.
Anyways,
You're literally responsible for my lower enlisted. So also our hospital recruit. So
and you're responsible for me.
Hello. It's Fault 2.
oh boy,
Oh, hey, look at that.
I'll be.
Looks like we might be able to do that that driving exercise. You know, another thing I think probably needs to be put into practice is not just the land nav, but convoy. Because you
Well,
never know. You never
I was
know.
gonna do a different part of land nav for you guys, and we're gonna talk about terrain features.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But I also just
For
mean, like,
everybody?
you know, just as a general, you know, you never know when you're gonna have, you know, be ordered to go and sit in the driver's seat and, you know, go somewhere. You know, it's good to keep in mind how fucking convoy works. Teach people, you know, please don't get up on someone's ass. You know, don't.
We had that mongoose convoy after the big land nav training. It went perfectly well.
Yeah.
User
I mean,
joined
yeah,
your
the
channel.
mongoose
Yeah.
were, you know,
I heard
great.
I heard Caker ran into a gas station.
Yeah,
Hi,
yeah.
Mom.
There was a
I
minor
hate that.
crisis.
Yeah, I heard Caker ran into a gas station, so that
Yeah.
sounded like it went really well.
And I got fucked out of second and third place.
I
Is
got
that related to the gas station incident?
No, it was like just before the last turn to go into the straightaway to the finish. Like I was in second, or no, I was in third, because Kazik, whatever his name is, however you say it, I can never pronounce his name. But
Isaac.
Dog,
Alright.
he goes through and like passes me.
I'll be back in a hot minute here.
Yeah, cut
Drive
off
safe.
Okay.
processing.
I was in first right at the beginning. I had figured out my strategy, and then fucking Vasilev just T-bones me out of nowhere and sends me to the stratosphere. I was so
started
pissed
last
off.
and
strategy
stayed
was
there.
not to be first place. My strategy was get to the finish line safely.
No, it's a
failed
race.
both.
Fuck safety. You don't need safety.
That's
You
it.
just fucking gun it and hope you don't die.
No.
Yeah, no, but it was just like fucking running through, and then as soon as we were coming to the last bend, fucking Doc ends up turning wide and bumps into me, and I just get yeeted up into the air. And as I'm landing, I land on my wheels and was about to go, and then somebody else came up and clipped me again, and I just went flying off the course.
Yeah, I caught some air at the
I could
end
have,
too.
I could have had a custom weapon.
That's rough.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of opportunities again in the future. You know.
Yeah, I'm
Plenty.
just like, son of a
How was yesterday, by the way? I missed
bitch.
it.
That was what?
Yes, or not yesterday. The day before yesterday. We did war games, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
Sunday.
yeah,
Clusterfuck.
it could have gone better. Yeah, it could have gone better. We got our asses handed to us.
Oh, I heard Buckley went on a rampage for a little bit.
Yeah, I got domed a couple times. It was great.
Yeah, I was having all sorts of fucking equipment issues that day too, so I was just like fucking. It was terrible.
Oh, I didn't miss much.
Oh, we needed a medic. You missed a fuck ton.
I missed it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, no, it was just overall just a shit show, but it was it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun, other than the getting domed repeatedly thing. Snipers aren't great, but other than that,
Yeah, if you got the biggest gun, you're gonna get shot the most.
User
yeah.
joined your channel.
Hopefully.
I mean, I schwacked a couple Marines, so yay for that.
Nice.
Yeah, I was just I was having so many damn issues. And it didn't help that I wasn't already I was already kind of just tired. I was like, fuck it, we'll just run through it. We'll go through this, yada yada yada. Just run through the paces so that way stay fresh. And I'm just like, I should have just fucking stayed on my bunk.
Yeah, I was having muscle spasms, especially during the training stuff. Like, I fucking dropped my gun and it just fucking, I don't even know where it went off to, but that, and then during the actual, like, exercise, like, I was having all sorts of issues. Just kind of a shit show. Good morning, sunshine.
Oh, why, good
What's up,
morning.
Stoll?
Yo.
If that's a gun.
Well, yeah. Hopefully everything will be okay this time. So, I mean, haven't really had any issues with my helmet or anything other than having to fucking reprogram the goddamn intercom in the helmet. So, Stoll, what do you think of that?
Oh, think of what?
The M12.
Barely got to use it. I mean, I was using it, but I
Hello,
couldn't tell
Nell.
how good of an effect it was on
Thank you for the
enemies.
hydrate. And apostrophe. Oh, and a, Jesus Christ. Fuck off.
The one time I was really being able to pay attention, I was shooting, I think, into a wall that I thought I was shooting over.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
My stupid Twitch moderator did a fucking, like, redeemed everyone's points for some reason, and now everyone has no cursing.
That's me. Yes, hello. I just saw you over here. You're fine. Hello.
Hello,
Good
Cap.
morning.
Morning. Afternoon.
It's a time
Yeah.
of day.
Hey, good morning, afternoon, and good night, all at the same time.
Good night.
What's going on over here?
Just having a circle
waiting
jerk.
for Buckley.
Glad you said it. I was thinking it.
Wait, where's our corporal? He's in charge. Oh, very good.
But
So you guys definitely wouldn't be taking out weapons without actually asking for authorization, right?
No, definitely
And,
not.
I was going through and trying to fix some of the kits.
Oh, that's fair.
I forgot that was the last one I was doing. I was like, okay, we're done. He just came back to us, started talking. I was like, wait a second. Because I was talking to Stoll about the M12, how he liked it. And I was like, yeah, I mean, this. And I looked at it. I was like, it's not an M12. I'll be right back.
Did you weld an M6 sight onto the top of that rifle?
Oh my goodness.
The fuck?
How did
This
you?
is nuts to have this. Goddamn.
That's not right.
Wait a minute. That's crazy. I don't think there's gonna be any other blueberries showing up.
Well,
Something's.
aren't blueberries purple?
I think we're probably raspberries. Closest,
I'd say more like
blueberries, raspberries, cherries, and lettuce. I don't fucking know.
Lettuce. Cucumber.
User left your
No,
channel.
kale.
I want to go back to my corn and smoke another cigarette. Jesus Christ.
I guess I had a fucking in there. I apologize. No swearing is very difficult. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
Yep, back on station.
Howdy.
Yeah, how we doing, Captain?
Uh-huh.
Haven't. Okay.
It's one of those days.
I
I've
felt
got
that on an emotional level.
I've got Ishra and I got Stoll. Is this all you guys have from your squads?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be the only one probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was no data pad message.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
All right.
I'd always switch
Well, we'll figure out
Gotta
something
save
else.
your
We'll
bomb
figure out.
from
We'll
us,
figure out
huh?
something to do then. That's all right.
Yeah.
We were intended to do a little bit of comms course for ourselves. If you'd like to join, that would be wonderful.
I'd be
A little
down.
bit of comms, a little bit of land nav, a
Yeah,
little bit of
so I
everything.
can-
I'd like to follow up on the land nav as well, Captain. So if we could get the, I don't know, did they already ask you? Sorry, I'm not tracking. A way to get over to the other continent.
Nope. I mean, I assumed you wanted something.
Yeah, I didn't ask because I didn't see you around.
I have something I can do, provided Cap's not busy. But
Oh, if you're doing training, absolutely.
it's what. Yeah, I've got a cert that I was gonna ask for. But
Yeah.
Other than
Oh.
that, I got nothing.
What
ahead.
cert are you asking for?
Just the marksman one. I wanted to get it out of the way.
What you said, auto rifleman? Is that what he said?
Marksman.
Marksman. Oh, okay, sorry, I'm deaf.
It's okay. I
We can
understand.
facilitate that.
Thank you.
Just find the biggest gun you have in the armory and just go dome or rabbit. Call it a day.
No.
That's not how any of this works.
Yeah, definitely not.
Nope.
Yet.
No.
Yeah. If you want to do that, Captain, then afterwards, if you wouldn't mind transporting us over to the larger island, so I can do a little
You
bit
can
of.
get transported over there, and then he can just catch up.
Yeah. so
Okay.
I can just wait till.
All right, that'll work. So we'll do some comm stuff. Do you want me to take my radio bag with me?
I mean, if you want to be in communication with me, that would probably be the best bet.
Probably a good idea.
All right. All right.
And if we get time, we can go through and find a spot to
And
kind of go.
and
over
thought,
the
wow,
shit.
Soldner has a real dumpy, but it's just his helmet.
Drone stuff.
I know Paramount.
Yeah.
Speaking of Soldner,
Matter of fact, let me
Thank
go
you
ahead
for the
and grab
gifted.
something real fast.
oh god. Oh, he's gonna hear that now. It wasn't my choice, it was Twitch's. Fair enough.
If Lance is going to be here, once we get done with some of the stuff, do you want to try to take the time to go over like the drones and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly correct. Right now, I'm just trying to fill some other time.
I like how they're having their secret conversation like we can't hear them.
I can draw some shit and grab a drone if we need to, just in case.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Bring out the whole ocean.
I guess these shadows are correct. I was gonna say I think they're fucked up, but I think I'm actually incorrect there.
Alright, I got one Raven. All right, so just in case we don't have Lancer, and we do get the time, I got a drone, so that way we can set it up, and I got some cells. So that way you can basically see exactly what we were doing, what me and Lancer were doing. So that way in case something happens and you need to take over, you'll know what to do.
Copy that.
But that'll just be like a little extra at the end. Get the land nav and the comm shit taken care of first.
Yep.
But if y'all want to, go to your tables and grab a which one was that again? The UAV terminal NATO spec.
I don't have map tools either. Should I grab those?
You should always have those.
It's not in my kit for some reason.
Here, you want to take the vector
6-0 radio check.
Let me double check and make sure. Cause
UAV.
Good, Captain Crossroads. Are you gonna take us over first, or do you want to let us do this and then take us over there?
Oh,
I don't know what you're doing, so it's really hard for me to know where you need to be. I can see that if you're not going over, the new marksmen are going to be going over. Sometimes I can estimate.
By the way, I probably
We are
will
going
only be
over.
here for the land nav and the radio etiquette training. I probably won't be doing the
from which-
drone stuff because I am suffering from lack of sleep.
Yep, you're fine. Not really worried.
You do sound pretty sleepy.
All right.
Yeah, dude, I'm fucking out of it.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right. We're hopping
NATO.
On the, we're hopping on the. As soon as you get that, we're gonna hop on that Falcon.
Okay.
So feel free to go hop on the Falcon. I'll be there in a minute. Make sure it's full.
I'm losing my mind. 'Cause,
I can be trusted without Falcon. Wait, what was the muscle I said to quick get in? Oh no, I forgot it. Whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta reset that. Oh well, we'll do that in a second. While we wait.
Oh my god, please, Arma.
I mean, I'm on both like I usually am. So.
Oh, you know. Oh, I love getting into these. Alright.
Alright, beautiful.
We'll go wherever you guys are going, and then we'll just we'll just move off from there. Are you going to be around to pick us up in about 1 hour?
Sure,
Say again.
we can send the pilot over.
Sounds good.
This is incredibly loud. This is surprisingly good water for like this game's general aesthetic. This water is overdoing it.
Everybody's very talkative right now. You guys see any good movies?
You know, normally people tell me to shut the fuck up, but if you want, I can talk more.
Been walking. You're watching the class.
I was just commenting on it. I don't normally get stuck in vehicles with you schmucks.
Normally it's a lot worse than this.
They're all in their best behavior.
Hey, when you're flying us, you know, we gotta make sure we're on our best behavior. We're being silent.
I'm not flying. He's right behind you. What are you on
Is
about?
it? Oh wait.
Yeah,
Oh wait. I'm
behind
pilot.
you.
Oh shit.
I even said something about the pilot a moment ago.
Oh,
But yeah, fuck me, I guess.
I thought you were sending a pilot back. I thought you were flying that. Oh shit. Okay.
Or aviator. I don't do anything. I just sit here. Look at my little tablet.
Where are you guys doing your marksman training at? We stay away.
Pretty much right here.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
we'll head due south towards the radio or southwest
Yeah.
towards the radio station.
Somewhere around that will be my range. We're gonna go to the radio station and then shoot back north. So as long as you're at the radio station, west, south, or east of it, you're fine.
Okay, we'll move east first then, just to make sure that we're not shitting up anything.
Well, I guess just run up to the radio station and then cut south to Hill 185.
Okay, we'll follow them up there. That'll work.
Be a real test to figure out if
I just prefer not to get shot.
yeah, I'm gonna say really test the marksman.
Yeah, I've been shot enough by snipers in the last couple days that I don't need that in my life anymore.
That hurt.
We'll follow the captain and to his marksman training course, then we'll move south from there so that we're safe. Okay.
He's probably gonna go get a vehicle.
Fuck it.
So we can just.
East we go. Yeah, they got Vex. That's fancy.
Oh, you got it. Oh.
We're getting picked up by Airvic. I start yelling now. We're getting picked up by Airvic anyway, so it doesn't really matter where we're gonna be running.
Yep.
Hey, firm. We're just running off east. It'll be alright.
Nice wedge formation going.
So this first portion here, now that they're off, I'm just gonna get us into a safe location here over to the east by the airfield. Everybody sees it, yeah.
Yep.
So that we don't get shot at on accident, right?
Yep.
Or on purpose. So we'll do that. We'll do. This shouldn't take that much time to go through, right? And then we can do a little bit of the that land nav course, and then we can start working on Morningstar wants to teach you guys how to everybody how to use a drone today. So that
I figured since we've been trying to do that for like the last 3
weeks, and we haven't been able to accomplish it. So we will all learn how to use a drone together in harmony.
You know, I mean, if Stoll wants to, he can too.
Stoll's got the he has the console, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah, I picked it up.
Good boy. All right. Just a little bit more running. Let's get to this airfield. So we're like I said, we're safe. We're not gonna die. If any of you guys die during training, I'm gonna be so pissed. Like, I'm gonna haunt your ghost if you try to haunt me.
It's either gonna be my fault.
Hey, it's happened, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's
A
usually during
training
vehicle
accident?
training, though.
Oh yeah.
There has not been a Griffith-related training accident yet, and I'd like to keep it that way. Thank you very much.
No, I'm not saying it was because of me. I'm
You
just
just
saying,
volunteered
if
yourself for me to think that, okay?
No, I'm saying I have witnessed there be some pretty bad accidents on base during training.
Yeah, I've seen guys' guns get taken away. I've taken away people's guns. I mean, it's just been a fucking disaster. Yeah, but shit happens. You know, what can you do, right?
Yeah, I mean, I heard actually on this base over here, right to our left, right after we got the winter contingency call for Reach, dude went into his barracks and started his pistol.
Well, that wasn't an accident. That was on
No,
purpose.
it wasn't an accident, but it definitely happened on base during training.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, this will
So
work.
it wasn't training related.
Yeah, it was. I mean, maybe he just really didn't like the training. I guess. So I guess you could call it training related.
No, he just didn't want to fight the Covenant again.
Yeah, I'll try to make sure that none of you guys start your fucking pistols. All right.
Copy. Suck starter spanker.
No, Jesus Christ. Can you imagine what I'm gonna have to make Fitz clean up if you do that?
What,
There
if y'all
won't be
close
anything
enough, that
to
ain't gonna
clean
matter.
up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I prefer that
Oh,
to the
there'll be a
pistol.
lot to clean up. It'll be fucking everywhere.
Don't get your
Let
hazmat
the animals
training
go
right
through.
Yeah, but at least it'll be cooked, you know.
there. Oh God, what?
Well, also,
Remind me
it also
never to
depends
eat
on
anything that you ever make.
if I go through and take off the, or actually if I set the arming fuse to like really far, so all it is just like bop, rocket just takes my head off, helmet goes flying.
Cryo
Right.
bag.
The Morningstar, do you want to lead this one, or would you like me to do it? Whose dulcet tones would you guys like to hear today?
You said this is land nav?
No, this
Nope,
is
this
the
is
radio
gonna be
shit
their
for right
basic.
now.
Yeah, so some of them want basic communications.
Ah, okay, I got you.
So
Yeah,
they,
I didn't know what was going on at all, so I just.
yep, there's gonna be a little bit of team land now.
User joined your channel.
And
Yeah,
then and then the drone the drone part comes in. So we're just
Gotcha.
trying to use our time as effectively as possible. And there are a couple of people that want to hear the old radio course that we used to do for the basic radios. Not the one
Yeah.
that's on my back. So.
All right, I'll go ahead. I'll do it.
Sounds good.
So, all right, so everybody should have a radio, and we all should be on 130. So go ahead and give me a radio check.
Radio check 130.
Buckley 130.
Stole 130.
Frost here.
It's radio check 130.
Lima Charlie.
Did we pass? Are we good?
That's everybody.
That wasn't a test.
I think
Yeah,
he's
it's
just
almost
sorting
a test.
himself out because I did put him in the position of teaching a class that he was not prepared. I didn't prepare him to prepare a document.
So basically, just go over the does everybody know the key interfaces on the radio, what they do? If not, let me know and I'll go over it.
This will become important, very important later.
Fitz, do you know what everything does on the radio?
Yeah, I'm just having a muscle issue.
Okay.
What the fuck was it bound to? Nope. Nope.
All right, so I will point one thing out as far as this goes. If things are getting loud, you do need to adjust the radio.
130.
What's
So
it bound to?
we have at the top of the radio, you can either turn up the volume or turn down the volume depending upon what the situation calls for.
Control P.
So, with that being said,
do the command radio training.
if you think you're about to get captured, pull up your radio and then clear the frequency. So that way they can't get, the enemy can't get the frequency and listen in. You already know how to change channels, set frequencies, obviously. The one thing that you definitely don't want to do, though, if you're going into, trying to be quiet and whatnot, is do not hit your speaker button.
You should never hit your speaker button, ever.
So, so somebody go ahead and key up on 130 real fast and say something.
Yo, yo, yo.
That's the reason why you do not put the speaker on. Keep it in your headset. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because it has happened in the past where somebody accidentally went to go set a separate frequency or an alternate channel, and then ended up just hitting the fucking speaker box. So,
Yeah.
do y'all know
Enemies
how
will
to?
hear you.
Yeah. So, who doesn't know how to set up an alternate frequency?
Everybody knows the alternate frequency that we use.
Nope.
I know how to set alternate frequency. What alternate do you mean?
It's 100, isn't
You
it?
can set up multiple alternate frequencies.
Yeah,
Is
I
it?
was gonna say I
So-
try to stick to just ours, unless it's absolutely required that I hop onto like commands net to call for help.
Right. So, with that being said, if any of us, unless told otherwise, if any of us has to go through and get on to command net, so that you can still hear everybody talking on our frequency, you'll just go through and change your channel and then set it up for the alternate frequency, which would be 100 for command net or inter squad. So when you do that, it is best to go through and kind of set one of the frequencies up on one side of your helmet, the other frequency on the other side, so that way you'll know when something's being transmitted to you on 130 or if something's being transmitted to you on 100. So if there's going to be like extended communication over the radio, like you got a lot of info you got to put out, try to remember to keep it within about, what is it, like 3 to 5 seconds, and then say break, give a pause, so that in case if there's anything that's more urgent, I need to be sent over the radio, you're not jamming up the radio.
I fucked this up so much.
You
So
didn't say anything, Buckley.
did I not get? Did I not say Lima Charlie?
No, I didn't hear it, at least. Maybe that was me.
Oh,
30 radio check. Did I come through that time? Oh, okay. All right. So basically, where was it? Oh yeah. So whenever you're gonna go through,
Just gonna
you have to
reset
give
it,
out
fuck
a
it.
lot of information, but it can't be short and concise. 3 to 5 seconds. Break. Give it about a second or two, so that way it opens up the frequency for anybody else who has, might need to call in something like enemy contact or something. And then, if nothing, continue on with the transmission. 3 to 5 seconds, break. 1 to 2 second pause, and then continue on. If somebody is going through and we're all just shooting the shit, waiting on something to happen or on maneuvers, and everybody's just hamming up the radio and all that, just because trying to pass time, trying to keep the tension down. If you see something and it is important and imperative for everybody to shut the fuck up and to just start talking or to stop talking so that you can get that important information out, you just key up the radio and say break, break, break. If you hear break 3 times and you're talking still, you're wrong. Another thing that you don't want to do on the radio ever is you never, ever, ever want to say the word repeat over radio. Because if for some reason we got artillery support and we're having to communicate over 130 because something else is jammed up, you say repeat, that's telling the artillery people or the mortar people to send rounds again at the last grid cord that they were given. So, just as a rule of thumb, if you gotta have need somebody to repeat something, say again, say your last, something like that. Do not use repeat. Let's see. Also, if something's happening and a lot of shit's going on, and like you need to sit there and say, "Hey, I got contact on my position," or "I'm hit," or "I need a medic." Especially if it's somebody that's not used to being, used to your voice, your mannerisms, things like that on the radio, just go through and say, "This is Morningstar. I got Fitz down on my position." And if they don't know where the position is, obviously give them the Greek chord that's showing up on your HUD. So that way they can orientate themselves and get there to assist in case of an event. Let's see.
As an addition for that, what I want to say is one of the really important things that you guys can do, especially those of you that aren't in my squad, but my squad included, get to know the voices of the people in your squad. Obviously, my squad knows exactly what my voice sounds like. You know exactly what Morningstar sounds like. I hope you can tell the difference between the two of us, because if you can, I'm a little concerned. But once you kind of get in and kind of know, so that, let's just say Morningstar is in charge and I'm off doing God knows what, we're going to be able to communicate much more effectively. And then at that time you can say I'm doing something, right? But if you are with a different group of people, let's say I'm with Vulcan,
User
right?
joined your channel.
They might not all know what my voice sounds like. So then I'm going to tell them with a designation who I am and what I'm saying. Or I'm with Kraith, which I believe you're in Kairos, right?
Nix.
I'm in Nix.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And so but I will also, if I have you guys attached, always, make sure that you're trying to find out what everybody's voice sounds like. That's one of the earliest things, and this is usually not part of regular radio training, but when people are saying it makes things a lot faster than designating yourself every single time, and it's a skill that not a lot of people are, used to using. I just want to, sorry to interject into your training.
No, that's fine. If anybody has any useful information to it,
learning
interject
everybody's
with, do it.
voices. I mean, we have a pretty unique situation here in our squad where it's pretty obvious. We have two very distinct female voices. We have Frost, who is very soft-spoken. We have Morningstar, who sounds completely different than me. And then we have Lancer, who sounds completely different than all of us.
Well,
So
just
in
call
our
it like
squad's
it is. Morningstar sounds like a dude from some backwater planet, and joke's on you, it's a back ice planet.
You got ice road truckers over there?
Yeah.
Hey,
So
do you want to talk about it?
I mean, but you gotta, anyway.
Sometimes.
But yeah,
Do you need to talk about it?
It makes things a lot faster for everybody when you can do that. But if you are not comfortable, if you know there are people around that aren't comfortable that might not know, is very important information to tell them your name, which leads probably into the next portion.
Yeah, so, I mean, the quickest way to communicate is just direct. But if you have the time, like, three-way communication is key. So it's like, if I go through, basically be like, I can either say, Fitz, this is Morningstar. Fitz, how did you respond?
Go for Fitz. I assume. I don't know.
No, that's basically it.
Yep.
So, I mean, you're responding, you're acknowledging that, you were called. So, you don't necessarily have to, say, you don't have to necessarily go through and say, Morningstar, this is Fitz.
Yeah, just acknowledge you in some way, make you feel
just
seen.
Acknowledgement. So, and with that, I mean, if it's something where it's like, you need to make sure information is getting across to people, all you have to do is just like say, Fitz, this is Morningstar. I need you to set up on the hill just to our southwest and bipod up. And then what you would basically do would be
User
like
joined
the
your
correct
channel.
response in regards to that would be Fitz copies moving to hill to set up Overwatch or something like that, or to set up the to set up the MG or whatever you want to call it. Auto rifle, whatever.
Yeah. Basically just
And
like
'cause that
reading
acknowledge-
back like what you
acknowledge-
said,
right.
and I heard you
Exactly.
correctly.
You don't have to do it verbatim, but as long as you can summarize it properly to let me know that you heard everything I said and you acknowledge it. So, and then be like, right, solid copy, and then we just go ahead and do our thing.
Bullshit.
So the one
So
thing you.
it's-
Oh, yeah, go.
No, go ahead.
The one thing that you want to say that in that reporting format, the one thing that everybody needs to get used to, and it's something that, so when I have this thing on my back, and I did as an RTO, sometimes it gets very overwhelming, which is where that break thing came in, because I'm hearing a lot of voices at all times and those sorts of things. I mean, that's including the voices in my head. One of the problems that we have a lot of times is that people don't understand the reporting format, which is always, hey, you, this is me. Which is kind of where we're headed with this. And so, say Stoll is trying to communicate directly with me. Now, there are operations where we know that they're on our radio net. That does happen. But in an operation where that's not designated, if you're trying to get me, you're going to say, Buckley Stoll.
Yeah.
And that's when I'm gonna say it. So it's the opposite of what you're gonna do when you're gonna make a phone call, right? It is like the exact opposite. Please don't get run over by that. Move.
Oh, I have a
That's what the
deposit.
captain's driving.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll call you
Ran
when we
away.
need you.
Was it you, Buckley? Did you run away?
I didn't run.
You didn't
I'm right
trust
here.
my driving?
I haven't moved.
Oh, okay.
I told them to run if they were scared. I didn't.
What? No, you ordered
So
me.
you said don't
You
get
ordered
hit.
me. You went
You
move,
said
move,
don't
move.
get run over.
And you did. Hey, hell yeah.
Should have
Hey.
used radio etiquette.
I should have done that. Yeah. Okay. But so the proper etiquette is, hey, you, this is me. So let's just say, because we've all gone through and you guys have all promised up and down that you guys know how to get on the command net. So we're all one big squad right now, right? So
Yep.
myself and Morningstar put ourselves in a stupid position, as I do, and we get shot to shit. And all of a sudden, that defaults Lance Corporal Stoll here to be on command net. So what do you say over command, Stoll?
Probably something along the lines of all squads. This is Stoll taking over for blah blah blah. Oh, and then advising that you're down.
Okay, so no, but close. What you're gonna say is holy shit.
Motherfucking you.
Smooth.
Somebody's going really fast. Jesus.
I don't know what he put in that thing. It fucking moves.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. So the thing is, it's always, hey, you, this is me. So we're moving 2 steps ahead. So what I want everybody to do is ban 130. And what I want you guys to do is just pick somebody in the group real quick. Not to hijack you, Morningstar. If you want to continue the way you were doing it, I'm just gonna hijack. I was gonna hijack it and make them do an exercise real quick, for everything that you had them do.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So pick someone in the group, and we're gonna use the "Hey you, this is me" format, and you're gonna ask them a question, right? So I'm gonna do it first for everybody.
And just to make this simpler, we'll just go clockwise.
Oh, I'm just gonna ask random people random things. Don't matter.
No. What I was gonna say is, like, once you're done, then we go clockwise. The next person in line will do it, and then the next person, the next person.
Okay. Yeah, that works. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna respond to the person who is asking you, and then all you're doing is giving them the response, and then what they're gonna do is give you their response, an affirmative or a negative or whatever the response is, and you can say over. You could say, you don't want to say out. Typically, holy shit. You don't want to say out, but you could say over if you want, or you can just give the response, and that could be the end of the conversation. So I can say, for example, we're all on 130. Frost Buckley.
This is Frost. Go ahead. Frost, what's your favorite sandwich? Buckley, it's BLT. Over. Disagree, but respect Frost. Out.
And
So just to cover something real fast on that, the reason why when somebody's calling you, the reason why you don't say out is because you don't know if the conversation's over. The person who initiated the conversation is the one that would call out, which would mean that's the end of the transmission meant for you.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Well, we'll go clockwise then. That means if we're gonna do
Griff,
it,
Yeah.
your turn.
you're up on the radio.
Yeah. Ishra Griffith.
Go ahead, Griffith.
Cake or pie?
Fuck.
You broke him. You broke the man.
Griffith, it depends on the pie or the cake. Over.
Fair enough. Break.
And when you say break, you would then you would. So if you say fair enough, break. So when you say break, that's going to imply that you're going to say something else in like a second or two.
Yeah, sorry, my brain was like.
Figured you were gonna
That-
talk shit on my choice.
That
Yeah, you're-
Griffith, or that fucking warthog is a little distracting. Not gonna lie.
That's all right. I mean,
Oh.
yeah, there you go. Ask him. I mean, you can ask him what be like, you know.
I mean, in
marble
all
cake versus
honesty,
apple
that's
pie.
it's actually good that he's doing that because that's causing a distraction, which is actually
Will happen.
simulating distractions in the field.
I get distracted
Yeah,
all the time. on the
Nah,
radio.
that's all good. I actually
Yeah,
have to go in
Buckley's
my
walking
head
around.
for
He's
a
like, "Oh,
second,
look, a squirrel."
So,
Wait,
Okay.
who's distracted?
We'll come
Why are
back.
we
We'll come
getting
back to you.
Yeah.
Fitz, get
yeah,
up.
that's fine.
Your turn.
Fitz Morningstar.
Go for Morningstar.
Hey, do you happen to know what deodorant is?
Yes, I do. I apply it every day. After showers.
Sorry, I had to do it.
It's not before showers.
Yep.
Taker.
I mean, that just defeats
Taker
the
doesn't
purpose of putting
take
deodorant
showers.
on them.
Throw him into the ocean. Frost.
You know, they all taste the same. So,
Taste the same.
Frost, Grace.
go ahead.
Grace, what's your bearing to me? Over.
I am currently at 281 standby for opposite compass direction. Break.
Back to 180.
It is not 180 from 281.
Don't listen to me.
I am at 9-1, or sorry, right, scratch 1. I'm at 9-9 from your position.
Copy that. Thank you. Out.
You're up, Morningstar.
Buckley, Morningstar.
Go for Buckley.
What's the count up to now?
9 heads at this time.
Solid copy. Morningstar out.
Alright. What do I want to know? Like truth or dare?
Yeah, so Blackburn and I played Truth or Dare over the radio the other night, and it scared everybody, so it was fun.
Fuck, what I got?
Buckley, Ishra. Go for Buckley. What do you smoke?
Used to be a Marlboro Reds 100 guy, if that's my choice.
Solid copy. Ishra out.
Alright, it's Kraith. You're up.
I think I have a good question.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I had nothing. I just wanted a cigarette.
Oh yeah, I like Lucky Strikes. Lucky Strikes are pretty good. But no.
Lancer, this is great. Send it.
Fuck, I forgot the question I was gonna ask.
Wait, what?
Wait, one.
That's a good learning opportunity. I'm going to stop you real quick, Craig.
No, you're
So when somebody says something and you guys can't respond, and you need a minute, a number of seconds, what you're always just gonna want to say, like just say it's within 1 minute. You're gonna say wait 1. If you think it's gonna take 2 minutes, you're gonna say wait 2. It could be up to 5. It could be 10 minutes. You probably don't want to say wait 10 because by that point you're probably all dead or something else has happened. So if you get very like flustered and something is happening, so let's just say we're engaging enemies at the time and they are trying to tell you stuff over the radio, saying wait 1 is one of the most effective things that you can do until you get in a better situation to use your radio. Okay, great. Continue.
So if I really don't want to talk to someone, I can just be like, wait 1,000.
You could also just say over.
You could also just
out.
Not, but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you could say out. If you really don't want to do that, just say fits out.
Okay, what I'm about to say is funny. You don't actually have to respond, but
Lancer, this is great. Send it. Stand by for 9 line.
that's it. I'm not going to continue unless you want me to go through a 9 line.
Ooh, was Lancer? Yeah, Lancer wasn't. Yeah, I could do it though. That'd be fun.
All right.
I'd have to Google the form.
Don't do it.
Oh.
not here.
What do you want? Medical? JTAC?
Yeah.
Yes.
All of a sudden we get JTAC in here, and I'm like, oh boy, okay. This is not necessary for this training exercise.
Stand by,
So-
type 2 control.
Affirm, send it. Oh god. All right, Stoll.
Fitz, this is Stoll.
Go ahead.
Are you
You wanna
scared of
say-
Vulcan's flamers?
Negative. I know you guys can't aim for shit. Over.
That could be the problem.
What the hell? Out?
All right,
That
so
is what I hear when I come back.
yeah, so
God damn.
when you say go ahead, just make sure you say go ahead for Fitz. So if you sound like somebody else or whatever, like I do, I sound a lot like Blackburn, for example, to a lot of people, and sometimes you'll just want to say go ahead for your name when they ask for you specifically, right? There are people that do for some people sound like one another. So you just want to make sure when he says, go for Fitz, and you respond, just say go ahead for Fitz. Just make sure you say your name again in case they're confused at who's responding. Because let's just say, I'm trying to think of, there's no one that sounds like Buckley in the unit.
Well, it's basically, I mean, a better example would be this. If, say, for instance, they're trying to call somebody, but for whatever reason, they had a brain fart and called the wrong name. By you saying the name again, acknowledging that they called you, when, say, they were actually meaning to call for somebody else, that could potentially help them be like, oh, disregard, called the wrong person.
Or there could be a situation like we had Morningstar and Morgenstern at one point. They were two separate people, and you called for Morningstar, or you called and you really meant Morgenstern, and he said go ahead for Morningstar. It could allow them to correct themselves, right?
Yeah,
makes sense.
You had someone else whose name literally was just the German version of Morningstar.
Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
Huh.
People got same names.
Yep. Lancer, go for it. You're the last one here. Everybody's getting hated. Oh, holy shit, that thing is going fast.
Somebody want to tell him that he doesn't have wings attached to that?
Do you want to go out there and tell him? Because I'm sure that's pretty dangerous, so don't do that.
I'll get on
Lancer,
100.
you're up.
I mean, you're the one with the long range.
He's within range for short range.
Give me a minute. Let me try and think of a good question.
Oh, I don't think this part got touched up on earlier.
Go on.
If you're happening to use dual channels, and you're swapping between talking on each of them, give yourself a second before swapping channels. Otherwise, you might start talking over the same one you just got off.
Yeah, like count to 3 before you try to press the button again.
Yeah, I give it a good 2 seconds now. Anymore.
And matter of
Good one.
fact, on that same note, if you happen to double click to go hands free, on accident or on purpose, whichever the case may be, if you pay attention to your heads up display, you will notice that you will still have like a showing that you're still hot on the radio. So all you have to do is just double tap the key up button again, and it'll take it off from push to talk or from voice activation back to push to talk.
Yeah, I've noticed sometimes if you need to go in your head for a second, if you're using multiple channels, you can accidentally be transmitting while you're thinking.
Yep.
So, because I ended up having that issue at one point where I accidentally keyed up on the inter squad comms and didn't realize it, and I'm sitting there trying to pass information along to the guys that was with me, and they was like, "Hey, you're hot micing." I was like, "Fuck." So.
Yep, and that can definitely happen. Lancer, you want to do your thing now?
Let me revise on it. Okay. Stoll's the Lancer.
Go for Stoll.
Do you guys know a hotbox?
I work with Keiko, of course we do.
Disappointing. Ow.
Does everyone just hate Vulcan? What the hell?
Why are we shitting on Vulcan? Is this shit on Vulcan Day? What?
No,
Stoll, this is great.
No, it's making sure you guys can ask our arbitrary.
Love you guys.
Oh, thanks.
Arbitrary radio questions. So the one thing that I want to make sure everybody knows is, I know it was asked before this, is how do you guys know how to get onto your alternate radio channel? It was asked. Nobody asked any questions, so my assumption is that you guys all know how to get on your alternate radio channel, correct?
Roger that.
Everybody,
Yep.
every
Yes,
one of you
indeed.
do. So,
Yep.
from a command perspective, we don't want you on that channel unless you're specifically told to be on it, because we don't want 100 cooks in the kitchen. The only reason that you would ever get on that channel is if something bad happens. So let's say we are all a squad right now, and we've designated a certain number of people that are in control. You need to be ready, though, at any time. Let's just say the entirety of the squad that we are participating with is out. Let's just say our one IC and 2 IC is out. Somebody needs to get on and tell them, because otherwise they really have no idea what's going on. Unless you tell them, they do not know. So that is very important. So if anybody is even a little bit unclear of how to get on that channel, you need to say something now. And you're not being made to feel stupid. I want to make absolutely certain, dirt fucking simple certain, that you know how to get on the correct radio channel to tell them. And we all know what that channel is. It's 100. So that you're not, fumbling with your radio when you're under fire and everything's really bad.
User left your channel.
And having to tell them, my squad's dead. Like, the same rules apply over the radio as they did between when we were asking each other just now in the exercise questions. We were asking each other, hey, what kind of sandwich do you like? Hey, what about Vulcan's, do you feel threatened by Vulcan's flamers? Those sorts of weird questions or whatever, you can apply that up to anything related to command. You need to tell them something. You absolutely need to tell them in a clear way, because they have a lot of other voices in their brains. Also, they are here right now. Hello, Soldner.
Hello.
And Bert.
Hello.
Haven't seen you in a hot minute, Bert.
Yeah.
Being blunt, other than you potentially telling us that you're in a mass cas, the biggest question that I'm going to have is, where are you? And if Buckley is your squad leader and he is already in need or potentially inside of a cryo bag, I won't be able to just reference my map where your blue 4 tracker is. So you give me a grid. So, just looking at your GPS and telling me the grid is going to be one of your best bets.
Yeah, like example, got Mascaz. We are in grid 078099.
Yeah, and then I'll also tell you this. Some of you are fully already aware when it rains, it pours. So if you guys are in a Mascaz, I might simply tell you, okay, and that's it. Because I could potentially have 2 or 3 other Mascazes like we have experienced.
Yeah, could already be wrangling some other situation.
And as Buckley said, you don't want too many voices or too many cooks in the kitchen. So if Buckley has heard me do this to people, and Raider will also do this to people. If you're on 100 when your squad leader is already talking to me, I am going to yell at you. I'm going to stop everything else I'm doing and tell you to get the fuck off my radio channel. Which Buckley has heard me do to a number of people.
So, this is basic radio course. We want to make sure everybody feels comfortable with using the radio and using it effectively. There's a lot of things that go on, especially, we're in the heat of combat, those sorts of things, but you need to be absolutely certain. And if you're not comfortable doing it, then say that so we can fix it. And don't, I was pretty stupid. Went back when I was first learning, I'm still pretty stupid, right?
Yeah, so the one thing, like, kind of go off of what Solner was saying, is if you go through and, say, me and Buckley are back up and you don't want to accidentally, like, key up on 100, just pull up your radio if you got a chance to, switch to your alternate channel, clear the frequency.
Yep. So back when I was in lower enlisted, I would just turn it back to, like, an arbitrary number. You could be like, radio channel 420, tac 69 if you wanted to. You could, yeah, you can get kind of weird with it. So,
Hee hee ha ha, so funny.
I mean,
weed and sex.
Hee. That was a joke made by somebody else, so I was repeating it. I didn't. Yeah, no, I would turn mine up to like 240, but that's actually what I did. But anyway, so that's kind of what you're gonna want to do with your radio. Just get off of 100 as soon as you don't need to be on there, because we don't need a bunch of people on there, because all it's gonna become is a distraction. So if Stoll is the 2 IC for Vulcan, could be that he needs to be on there the entire time with it just being in one ear. Wraith or Ishra. Ishra has been taking over Kairos lately, and he needs to be in there the entire time. So he's got to listen to it. But say, for example, myself and Morningstar are usually on it. In my squad, sorry to have abducted you guys for the day. But then when something goes really, really badly, I just want to make sure that Griff, Lancer I've heard before, is comfortable getting on it, but I want to make sure Fitz and Griff, you guys are comfortable getting on there, telling them where we are, and telling them how bad it is, or just telling them we're in a Mascaz, because obviously if the reason is the 2 people that are on the net aren't saying anything, things must not be going very well. Everybody clear?
Makes sense.
Okay. So we're gonna do a little bit of go ahead, Morningstar.
Before you
Go on.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, it was
another thing to add on to what Solno was saying, like, you don't like when you're out in the field. Yeah, when you're in the middle of nowhere, then you do use your grid coordinates. But when you're in like a populated area, like a known populated area, you could just say what town you're in and what's the like area of that town. So north side, south side, east, west, whichever.
Yep, and they should be able to reference their maps and figure out exactly where it is that you are. So I wanted to see if collaboratively we could do a little bit of land nav together. We did the land nav thing. I think everybody here was there the other night. Yeah.
No.
I think I know Frost wasn't there, but
It was me. I wasn't.
It was Chris. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually have everybody take their helmet off right now. Those you guys can use your Ace Interact muscle. Take your helmets off, so you guys don't have those. Right?
Yep.
Everybody has their helmet off. Yeah. Okay. I don't.
You don't.
I'm a special boy.
I'll see how it is.
Also, I'm ugly. Nobody wants to see my face.
Hi, ugly. I'm Craig.
We're all ugly. Shut up.
All right, I'm taking no.
User joined your channel.
Come on, Pete. One of us.
One of us. One of us. He's not even my squad.
All right. What we're going to do is we are going to today land nav to from exactly our position, not using my op4 marker, but figuring out how we get our because my op4 marker really messes us up. But I want to go to I need to do some absolution. So I want to go to the church in St. Louis, just to our southwest, right?
Yep.
So Griff, you're gonna take us there right now.
All right. Are we walking?
Oh yeah, we are.
Cool. Cross country.
Yep. And we don't have our helmets on, so it's close enough.
Well,
I
I'm
would
just gonna be doing
appreciate
the
if you
exact
guys.
same fucking thing I did last time.
Yep, exactly. So we're gonna walk there. Hopefully, no one's cheating. I don't really have a way to check. Don't really care. I hope you're not, cheating with the exercise. But we're gonna walk over there right now.
Is using a compass
Uno
cheating?
momento.
I'm assuming
No,
not, right?
using a compass is what you're supposed to do.
You can start
It's
without
using,
me. Give me
it's using
a
your
minute in my
helmet's
head and I'll
hub
catch up.
that's cheating.
I'll tell you what, Stoll. You and I are gonna hang out in back so that they can't use my op4 marker to track us.
All right, sounds good.
So we will stand here and we will find them eventually.
Oh, hey, look, it's Frost again.
Yep. Frost, take your helmet off.
Okay.
And just be on the safe side. Make sure that you don't have the HUD on.
Yeah, turn your HUD. Make sure you turn your HUD off. I mean, sometimes y'all got neural implants, all those sorts of fun things. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna Griff is gonna navigate you to the chapel in St. Louis. She's gonna go there right now. You ready?
Let's go.
And
I am in misery.
Doesn't have the same ring to it.
Oh, we're running. Deep, good for you, good for me. Hoorah, hoorah.
Unironically, it isn't really super terrible because I've been here before.
Griff, you got a compass reference?
Compass reference. Hold on one second. I'm going south. Currently, it's not true south, but I'd say like 170.
Thing hanging off the side of my head, floating in space.
Go ahead and do a staggered column.
Yeah, staggered column. Let's fucking go.
I'll be in the back. I'll be meeting. Yeah, it's pretty good right there.
Stop shutting up my net.
You said it on.
No, I heard it over 130. What do you mean?
Oh, running simulator. How far do we have to go? Oh my god, like fucking miles behind.
Alright, since Buckley doesn't want us hollering on 130, we'll just go shouting.
Copy. Scream out all of our frustration.
Y'all can hear me fine from the back of the bus?
Yep.
Yep.
Bullshit.
Griff, you hear Fitz?
I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I couldn't annoy y'all and
Yeah.
I mean, could be a dick and pull rank and be like, Fitz, you no longer can talk unless it's important, but that's no fun.
joke's on you, everything I say is important.
Not really.
Fair enough. What the fuck is that?
St. Louis, 1 mile. Oh, it's probably 1 kill here, actually.
Gotta march a mile.
Oh, I better let her get ahead.
I hate how like fucking goofy the
Now,
shadows
Griff,
look.
Quick question. Would you have picked this route if there was potential contacts along the roads?
Hell no, dude. Absolutely not.
Good answer.
How would you have gone?
If I'm by myself, absolutely not. If I'm with a group, depends on what sort of artillery we have on hand. Alternatively, if it's just me, let me look at the map. Hold on.
I mean, I would have just gone cross country, but
Griffith Buckley.
Go for Griffith.
What's your location?
Currently we are in. Let me double check. Currently we are in grid 076093. We're about to pass the little dirt road that is there on the very bottom of that part of the grid.
Hey, firm. We're about 2 mics behind you.
Alright. Yeah, honestly, I probably would have gone cross country. I would have just avoided the road altogether.
So if it was absolute imperative that we get to that church as fast as possible, what would have been the fastest way to get there?
See, there's a nice forest over there that we'd have cover in.
I think the fastest way would be to steal that hot rod the captain had.
Yeah, only if it was available.
Yeah, touch the captain's toys. See what happens.
Yeah, that's only.
Hello, said thank you for the hydrate. I am. Let me see if I can do it while holding down W.
Probably would maybe take the route over the hills with the trees, but I don't know. I don't really think there's too much of a fast route to this.
I mean,
Staggered formation is this. I'm just gonna fucking fall back.
From where we were to the St. Louis.
Yeah, pretty much. It's either beeline it, or, you know, it's also the safe route to zigzag. Zag.
Well, you know, if the enemy artillery spots us, we get a free fireworks show, right? Why would you want to miss out on an opportunity like that?
How's it going, Zed?
We wouldn't see the free
And I assume Liz is watching too, so hello, Liz.
I'm not seeing a downside here.
be able to see things explode.
I mean, same. I'm all about them explodey boys. Especially when it's
Hold
not
for a
our boys
second.
being
Hey,
explodey.
do me a favor. Shut up.
Huh?
I said Crave, not you, Griff.
All right. Entering town.
Hey, firm approaching town time now.
That's kind of cute.
Oh, wait, hold on. I need to double check. Yep, hold on. Turn too soon. One more down. Yeah, here we go. Arrived at the church.
You can call this a church.
Yeah, it's kind of tiny. That's okay.
The chapel. It's not a church. Yeah, there's still church stuff in there. All right.
Church
call it
stuff.
Chapel. That's
The chapel.
That's a shed.
We got some religious iconography.
That's the praying shed right there.
That's like saying.
Hell no, that one's a
I guess that's like saying my
Fucking praying shed.
Essentially.
Oh,
Alright,
God.
so what I'm going to do is I'm going to call for some for transport. We're going to try to get out of here to the north. I'm going to see what we can do for doing some of the drone stuff that I was talking about to some people. You guys can put your helmets back on, by the way, if you'd like.
Oh, thank God.
What we're going to do is we're going to kind of show you guys how it is that, especially for the other squads, how it is that we're utilizing the drone and the IR system to guide rockets. And I'm thinking, my thought is that we're going to do it in basically a verified zone so that we're not causing any accidental civilian incidents. So I'm gonna call that up. You guys can mingle amongst yourselves. So you guys can go pray. I don't know what it is you guys do.
I will point out one thing.
I was just gonna say, if that's all we got for that, I'm gonna go ahead and dip out and rest my weary head.
Never. No,
Alright,
but
before you go-
Lancer and Morningstar, it's your show at this point.
Good luck with drones.
Yeah. Before you go, Griff, I just wanted to say a little bit of feedback on that. When we were just like around the corner just there, you did take a little bit of time to reference your map to where the this chapel was, and honestly, it's fine. But the thing is, I was able to see where this chapel was by this thing right here. So this tall thing right here that's behind Frost, I was able to see that over all these buildings. So just
Okay,
beware.
good for you. You're a little bit faster than me. Congrats.
I'm just saying.
Right,
I'm
you
just
got
saying.
here.
Be aware of like, you know, the
But you guys
surrounding
still
areas.
made it.
Like,
You guys still did make it directly here.
yeah, we did still make it here. It's just that all I'm
She
saying.
just like followed up
is
with the good for
to
you.
Look at your surroundings. See what you can see. There's plenty of like landmarks that you can easily spot out and use that to your advantage.
Yeah, it's not meant for
I'm gonna step
saying,
outside
oh,
in
you
my
fucked
head
up.
for a second.
It's not-
It's meant to be.
Yeah, no,
Fucking
I'm just,
cuff me
I
up,
am
put me in
trying
a bird
to
if I don't come back
get
in
to
time.
sleep.
No worries.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah, you guys have fun. I'll catch you guys at the Sunday, yeah. Catch you guys Sunday.
All right.
All right,
User
see ya.
left your channel.
relatable, to be honest.
And I wasn't like shitting on her performance. She did pretty good. It was just I was able to see that thing right there.
Yeah.
But
So,
anyways,
whenever, and the other thing that could have been done is when we made that initial turn, is once we stopped and referenced the map. Yeah, we could have just turned around and come back up and then came up here, or we could have cut through the alleyways.
Yep.
So
And it wasn't a hostile area, so
yeah. So
we need
and
to make
that
our
was one of
way-
the things that I brought up as far as it went while we was doing the run and whatnot. So I was just asking how you would go, if it was, if there was hostile, if we knew there was hostile forces like patrolling the roads and shit like that, how would you approach it? Would you still take the road, or would you take a different path or a different route? And so
It'd be very different. All right, we gotta head north. By the way, northwest. We can talk while we run. By the way, DZIO. Pretty much direct north of us. But yeah, no, I agree. 100%. I 100% agree. Like, if there were hostiles in this, I'll yell so everybody can hear me. Obviously, this would be taken in a completely different
you grabbing
direction. Let me make sure everybody's with us. Okay. Are you? Oh, did you just? Okay. All right. Yeah, just bring Isha with. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he asked for the bondage, so I guess he's into that.
They have a safe word. It's beans.
Good safe word, honestly.
That's like the most unsexy word that you could possibly say.
Give me the beans.
Jesus. Yeah, if somebody says that, like, you're like, what the hell?
Smooth step off. Yeah, it was a little bit of a shit show.
Just lost 7 erections.
You got 7 of them? Damn, what the fuck is Oni doing?
No, I lost the next 6. Just hold here.
Oops. Tripped.
Alright, so everybody is tracking. We're going to go through. Lancer and Morningstar are going to show you guys kind of what it is that we're doing with the drone so that you guys can put that information into your squads. So the 3 of you, which we have a representative from all 3 squads. Other squads, anyways. We can have you guys, work on it with us, and it should be alright. You're gonna need to look.
I will say it picked a really awkward area to start land.
Yeah, the pilot.
A range on the southeast island.
Southeast?
Yeah, on the southeast island.
Where is it?
104040.
Gonna get some leg room here real quick.
I'll let this finish.
There we go, found some leg room.
Any chance you can bring us to the range on the southeast island, marked by one Corporal Morningstar?
That way, because it's a military island, so that way we don't have to worry about civilians or anything.
Different. Also,
Pointing lasers at it, bro.
Is there a arsenal or anything? Is there an arsenal in this bird? Hey. Alright, we'll hop out there. I'm gonna see if I can get an arsenal here to make sure that everybody's got the right equipment to look for this stuff. You guys can see it. I can see it on my command tab, but as long as everybody understands what's going on, plus you guys are all gonna need a micro dagger to know how to raise targets as well, because that is another thing. So let's just say our drone gets shot down. Obviously, Vulcan would be the most vulnerable to this. But we can have Stoll laser target if you're sitting on a hill because these Vulcan boys are like, oh man, that's something that we can't burn to death, right?
We'll burn it eventually.
Yeah, but if you blow it up first, it'll make everything around it easier. Burn the guy, yeah, but it kind of just allows you guys to see I'd like to see everybody see what we did. We got a couple of new people in our squad right before we did it, and we didn't have time to explain what it was that we were doing, so we're just sitting there. And everyone is like, oh, what's going on? I'm like, nah, just stand here for a minute. I can't explain it right now, we gotta go. I got an agenda. Everybody happy with the radio stuff? Yes? No?
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought you covered the bases very well.
I think you smell like farts.
Hold on, sure, let me... Oh. Man, I can't cut your wrist. Or, I mean, your ties. You gotta drag me out first. Nah, dismount.
Appreciate it, man. If we can get a arsenal dropped here, that would be absolutely Atlas as well, we're gonna turn this range out. Hey, firm, let us know when the bird's coming back so we can cease fire. Correction, Atlas, this does not appear to be a range. It was marked as a range in our map, but does not appear to be one. It is a training course.
Which that's fine. We'll just not shoot the training.
Good copy, Atlas.
I think the actual range is
Sorry, guys. Atlas is finding us another range.
Yeah,
Did
it's
not
still
realize
west
this
of
was a
us.
training facility instead of a range. I don't really want to blow up any infrastructure, so...
Yeah.
It looks
Yeah.
like possibly to the northeast there's something, maybe? Just looking at the map.
There appears to be civilian infrastructure to the northeast. We don't really need a range, we just need something that I don't really want to blow up anything of importance.
Well, let's see.
Let's see if Atlas comes up with something for us, and then we'll figure it out.
Well, you know what? I've got an idea.
Oh my gosh. We can play.
Oh god, an idea. I don't know that everybody has a drone console. Does everybody have a? Most people have a drone console. Yeah.
Yeah, we were told to grab one.
Okay.
I'll sit here and stare really hard at it.
Yeah, if you look really hard at it, you can.
Looks like I
doesn't
can
work.
zoom in with my eyes.
I don't remember the control for it,
She looked
but
really hard at it.
She looked real hard.
Going so hard. Depends.
Go for Fender.
quick said, what's the micro dagger bring it up command? Because I think that's what it's gonna be on.
Yeah, we'll make our way there now. Please rendezvous with Arsenal.
Firing range to the west.
All right, so there's a range to the basically due west of us, just a little bit west,
like 800
northwest.
or so, yeah.
Yep, let's go. Everybody.
You know, and I distinctly remember that drone specifically almost crashing into rivers the other day during that war games.
That is
after it got shot out of the air and almost hit rivers. It's very funny.
That is correct. He was probably terrified.
Oh yeah. It's fucking. That was the first time that we took sniper contact. Fucking blew 80 immediately, and I'm trying to drag him to cover, and the drone crashes right next to rivers.
Yeah, I came out to like pull out somebody, and then somebody right in front of me just got demolished, and I was like, okay. I guess this is what's happening right now.
Do you want me and Lance to stay back?
No.
Okay.
Oh, we can be. They're safe. We'll be fine. I want you guys to show them how you guys set up. But yeah, no, when that thing went down, it was ooh. Like the sniper, the sniper was up there, and someone got a shot real close to him. So I was reviewing the helmet cam thing. Someone almost shot him. Had they, we would have been in a lot better case.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
Go over Fender. Good copy, Atlas. Appreciate it. We shouldn't be more than about 30 to 45 minutes.
The immersive shadow mod instead of just having generic shadow.
Yeah, no, it was terrifying. I don't know who it was. One of the other squads that just came out just got annihilated. Felt bad.
You okay there, Chief?
I'm walking, but the range isn't getting closer.
I'm glad you guys got those mortars. We were taking at one point there was that sniper and IDF, and I was like, oh no. I was thinking in my head, I was like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah, Keiko was like that, and I saw him get knocked down, but I also saw where the mortars were, so I hopped out, took out the mortars, tried to get Keiko. For some reason couldn't figure out how to get him off the vehicle, and then I just went down for like 10 minutes.
I pulled.
What the fuck is this boy doing?
I pulled two Vulcans away, and I was like, while they were shooting at me.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to kind of show you guys how the drone works, just like the very basic, how to look through the lens. You guys don't need to know how to control it. Frankly, I'm not that good at controlling it, but Lancer and Morningstar are both very good at it. And then we're gonna show you guys what it can do from over a kilometer away, just so you guys have an understanding of the capabilities. Does that sound good?
Roger, roger.
Yep. Not trying to bore everybody to death. I just want you guys to see and understand what we're looking at here.
That's weird, because I step in shit all the time. That's rude. Can you be so close, Smith? I can't stop.
Getting 20,000 bruises.
Addiction.
Built different.
You need to get the arsenal that's inside the shed.
confirm.
The 10 shed.
Which one of the consoles do you want them to use?
Should just be the NATO spec drone terminal.
Ah, here it is.
The reason I ask is I have to keep my C-tab on me at all times, so
Yeah.
everybody wants to use that.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's different controls than the C-tab.
It is. Yep. The Lancer can...
Yeah, it's literally just scrolling your muscles,
Not hard.
Oh.
and then there you go.
Yep. The Lancer, where is Lancer?
I don't know. The drone's in the dirt, though.
He just landed the drone over here, so he's probably running up now.
Oh, he's probably grabbing it.
Well, no, the drone is literally right there by the hedgehogs.
Oh, there it is.
Lancer, I've got your drone. But not you. Where are you at?
There he is.
Marines trying to take it.
Wait. I thought there was actually Marines trying to take it. I'm like, oh shit. Here we go. You know, at least
Yeah,
something
so-
nailed down and they take them.
Yeah. So I set down a drone, so that we'll have a second one. Let's see.
While you guys start, I'm gonna dig a trench because I'm kind of worried about shrapnel.
Okay. So, hey, Buck, which way? Just so I know, how are we wanting to shoot this? Like, do we want to shoot it in here, or do we want to shoot it out into the water?
No, we want to shoot in here.
Okay,
So we're gonna have you guys go away, but I want them to see how it works, right?
I got you.
So functionally, you can take them with you, but like I said, the people that are gonna stay with me need to know kind of what's going on.
Right.
But you
All
guys can use those rocks as targets. I mean, it's much more impressive if it's a vehicle or something, but it's fun.
Those are expensive.
Yeah, I didn't want to drop a bunch of UNSC equipment in here to blow it up. Thing is, we're not in a simulation.
All right, so with the drones, if you go ahead and pull up your terminal, which somebody's already taken control of the drone I set down.
Oh, I think that was me. Do you want me to?
Yeah, just kind of unselect it for right now.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. So any
User
drone
left
assets
your
that
channel.
are in the field that are operational, you'll see on the drop down on that. If you want to go through and have it to where it's, if you want to go through and have it to where you're controlling it, and you don't want to have to worry about, say, for instance, like where you're viewing, if you're controlling the camera or the laser designator on the drone, uncheck the autonomous and always uncheck the lights. Because if you got the lights on and it's nighttime, you're just saying, hey, look at me. So we get the status of the drone, how long it's got in flight time wise, and then if it's targeting something like a vehicle, if it's got a lock onto a vehicle, it should tell you that. If it's got weapons, you'll get a loadout of its weapons, and then you'll get its actual, its position, the direction it's facing, how fast it's moving, and then what altitude it's at. Now, you have several different options for the drone itself as far, you got a lot of options for the drones. So you can go through and basically have it to where it's loitering, and that basically just means it's just going to kind of fly around on its own, but you want to have that's only going to happen if you set it to autonomous. If you needed to go someplace, you can just, once you have the drone selected, when you're in the terminal, you just direct it on the map where you want it to go. If you hit the right, if you right click on that, you can go through and adjust its altitude, which it can go anywhere from, what was it, 50, 200, 500, and then 2,000, I believe.
Is that sea level or above ground?
It's, I believe it's the sea level, or no, Lancer. The altitude itself, is that based off sea level, or is that based off the distance from the ground? I don't remember.
Ground. Okay.
Test the drone for a minute.
Well, I'm not gonna
It
bring
looks like it's
character to
moving from the
tell them
ground,
the
so the
voices in my head
altitude's
said
zero
it was
now.
ground, but
I think we're
35.
We're at 35.
Yeah, we're like 35.
Yeah, so okay. So yeah, it is. It's relative to the ground.
It's definitely altitude of the drone.
So I kind of blanked out on that, so I couldn't remember. That's the reason I was asking, because I didn't want to tell them the wrong thing.
No worries.
But if it's got, if it happens to have any sort of weaponry on it, and we need it to act, we need the drone to act as a distraction or something like that while neutralizing some targets, we can send it on a seek and destroy mission, and it will start to engage hostiles as soon as the drone detects hostiles. So, but for this purpose itself, it's just a laser designation, and it can be used in conjunction with either the SAL HE or the SAL heats, or not heat seek, but the SAL heat rockets. Heat's obviously going to be great for vehicles. High explosives is more so for infantry and buildings. So, for whatever reason, buildings tend to just shake off fucking heat rounds, but HE, bring the house down quite literally. A lot quicker than you could with a heat. So with this, we can engage targets out to about 3 kilometers. It's because the Spanker's got a range of 3,500, but just so you give yourself the little wiggle room for flight time, for from the time it's launched to the time it picks up the laser and then just guides in, because it'll straight beeline into it. So if, say, for instance, I need to shoot over, we're here and there's something over that hill over there, I can go through, and within about a give or take 20 degrees left or right of where the laser is at, I can fire off in that direction, and then the rocket will guide in onto the target. So obviously, if I just stay level with this and then shoot, it's going to beeline straight to where that laser is, which would be on the other side of that hill. But it don't have the clearance to clear the hill. It's just going to go smack into the hill.
Right.
So elevation is definitely key. Knowing what's behind, basically, for me, it's knowing what's behind me, who's behind me, to know whether or not I'm going to be able to get the shot off. Preferably, if I need to get a ridiculous angle, a cliffside or something like that, or being on an like on a rock or something like that, to probably get a little bit more, not have to worry about the backblast hitting me, just taking out my ankles, would help out with getting a higher elevation, a higher angle of attack. But normally, when we were engaging, doing the prison break and all, getting our guys back from that power station, I was shooting over a hill bigger than the one in front of us, inside of town, and I was just like this. So as long as I got a clear view or a clear line of sight to shoot over objects and whatnot, I can shoot over it and got it right in.
Fuck yeah.
Now, unfortunately, if y'all want to, we could take turns. I got 8 shots right now. We got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I won't have to
They're
reload.
not AT
Or-
certified. I don't want them to take the shots.
Do what?
If they're not AT certified, they shouldn't be taking the shots.
Oh no. I wasn't gonna have them take the shots, so that way
you're
they
gonna
can see it. I was gonna have them go through and just laser like basically, so that way they can see how the turrets work.
Yeah.
So they can see the rocket come in.
Oh.
Because otherwise, we're all just sitting here and it's just like, yay, look at that, woohoo!
Technically,
So they can actually see how it comes in. So.
Technically, it's 5 of them since me and you already know how to
Oh
do
well,
it.
yeah. So, I mean, either way, I was just getting a head count of everybody here, so that way I
Yep.
know I got 8 shots and we have less than 8 people, so I don't have to go and run over and
Yeah,
grab
so
more.
we've only really
Yep.
got 5 shots, and if we want to take them, I can stay here, call some targets. I'll have them laze where I stand, and then I'll call when you to take the shot so I can get out of the field of fire. Like if you and Lancer want to go, let's say over that hill, just to the southwest.
Okay.
And then I'll have them laze where my position is.
Are you saying you want us to shoot at you with a rocket?
No, not me. Where I stand.
We're going to target him, and then he's
I'm
going to
gonna
move.
And then he's gonna
follow
move.
me with the laser. Yes. So Lancer can stay here to make sure that you guys understand how to use the laser designator. It might be trying to think.
Is there
of a less dangerous way to do this?
I mean, really?
I mean, you guys got smokes, right?
Yeah.
Smokes?
I can just dump smokes downrange, and you guys can.
Actually, hold up a second.
Yeah, I'll just. I can.
Or
I can
flag
just
markers.
Is there a way for us to actually view what's on the drone without taking control of it, or is it you have to take?
So when you open the terminal, right, and you have it selected, you're not in control. You're just monitoring it.
Yeah.
So.
I'm not
maybe
seeing
I'm
one in
dumb,
the
but,
drop
like,
down.
I don't see the drone. Like I see it.
Someone's got control of it.
Someone
If
else
someone
has
has
this one.
control of it, you can't see it.
Unselect it.
Okay.
So that
I was gonna
person
check
who
to see
takes
if
in
we had
control of it can
if the
drop
cells
it.
had a smoke variety, but it's only HE and heat.
I've got smoke grenades with my.
And you've got two. You've got 2 of the cameras there. One for flying, the other one for the rotating camera itself. When you're moving the drone, you'll be in the driver camera. So that's basically it's fixed to the front. So basically, it's not gonna rotate or anything. The only thing that's going to be rotating is the drone itself, because you'll be having the main control of the drone. Once you go into the gunner camera, then you're controlling the actual camera itself. So you can rotate that camera 160 degrees and up and down in any direction. So basically, what's preferable is you need to have your drone like up high. I would say roughly 500 meters from the ground. And then once your drone is in position, have it so it's hovering. And once it's hovering, then you can go into the gunner camera, and you can spot your targets or even laze targets for either JTAC, or if we're doing like what me and Morningstar was doing. Does that make sense?
Hell yeah.
So you're just
Actually, quick question: do we just want to go ahead and have them grab a drone and set it down real fast so that they can actually get eyes on everything?
We can
and
probably just use one.
We'll just use the one, just because I don't.
Well, no, I was talking about just for like not have them fly it, but just so they can see what everything actually does, and or just take turns.
Yeah, that wouldn't be.
I mean,
it's not a bad idea. I mean, you guys take turns unless you guys want to learn how to like fly the drones. If you aren't going to use them, though, it doesn't make any
They
sense.
could probably practice flying when they're in like their own personal.
Yeah, just do it. Just fly one in sim or whatever. But like Lance will put it up to the right height, unless you want to get one. If you want to get one, get one.
Likely, are you shouting?
I can hear.
I was whispering.
Oh, you're really quiet for me.
Yeah, no, I was whispering for a minute there. So if you guys want to grab a drone and learn how to fly it, not a great time. But if you do like need to know like what your drone muscles are, this would be a good time to learn from Lancer.
There he goes.
And he's gone. So where have you gone? Where you?
Fence.
He's going right to the fence. And he gone.
Hey, Lance, you know you're sprinting off in the distance, right?
They didn't know I was sprinting off. Got them.
Yeah,
Got them muscles.
Tell the good people of that city we say hello.
I'm coming back.
Oh, is that something that just happens?
Finish the wall.
It does
Keep 'em
happen.
out.
It can.
Quick. If you don't have your drone stuff set up like just perfect, that can
Damn it.
happen.
It's almost ready.
We forgot the other side.
So basically, take a look at yourself, make sure you're not
Yeah, just make sure
Yeah.
that when you pull it out of your arsenal, in your simulated arsenal,
Hide the
that
trench.
you're not.
Please
Because that can
camouflage.
happen.
Hide the trench.
But all right, Morningstar, do you want to go
assault
over
rifleman
that?
muster.
Over that hill to the southwest.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll be over radio with you. I'll let you know when it's laced.
I mean, I would hope so. Otherwise, you'd need a very powerful set of lungs for me to hear you.
I could probably do it.
Yeah, I'll just have Ishra scream really loud for you. I'll be right. Like if you
Yeah,
see
that might work.
like you'll hear him. Like he's real loud.
No, he's Ishra.
I hear a gunshot.
I don't think you did. I did.
All right, hang on. I've forgotten my narcs, not my long range bag, so I can't do that.
I got two narcs right here.
Alright, set it to 250. That's a good.
Just so that way I am not firing this right next to what looks like
for practice,
a roadway.
for
I'm gonna kind of divert to the south just a little bit more.
Hey, firm. We should be relatively safe here behind the trenches. So
I see yours.
probably one of the most dangerous trainings I've conducted.
That one.
I don't know. There was a
like a knee.
Yeah, you guys might want to get.
there
you
was
guys,
a,
when we do fire, you guys might want to get down because this is incredibly dangerous and probably ill-advised.
Just like that one scene out of Jarheads.
Each reference a movie from like
are you-
500 years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you watching
Copy that.
classical films
He's like,
again?
it's like classic film.
Classic. Classic.
Just say yes, Narcs. So sad.
I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him.
He'll dodge the shrapnel.
Frost, I might have a job for you.
How far out do you want me from the
I'm
range?
just listening to the sergeant's orders. He said to get down. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna tell you wrong in about 4 seconds.
Roger that, Sergeant.
As long as you're over the hill, it should be all right. As long as these guys are lasing their targets correctly, we should be just fine.
He's over the hill. Oh no, he's dead.
All right. Yep, I'm in position.
No, it just means he's 40.
over the hill, not in the grave. What?
You never heard that reference?
Lancer lays the first target. Keep it away from us, please.
When you're dead, you're over the hill.
All right, so can you guys see from your terminals what the designator is looking at?
Only if we select it. I can't select it.
Yeah, only one person can be selected at a time.
Okay, so we'll do it one by one. So Lancer's gonna do the first one just so you guys can see what it can do, right?
Bruh.
Yep.
Good lord.
Morningstar, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you
Hello.
mark your position?
I've been listening.
Give me a
to
reference where you are.
Simmons' helmet camera, and you and I have to have a lengthy discussion about these drones because you guys are doing it. Say the hard way is an understatement. You're reinventing the wheel for no reason. Autonomous should always be on. Shit like that.
Fucking Soldner, Jesus.
What?
Anyone manually flying the drone, you've lost me. That's the whole purpose of autonomous drones. Why would you manually fly an autonomous drone?
Fucking damn it.
Morning, sir. Here, control.
Boy, I hope this purple smoke isn't, the fucking gender reveal smoke isn't gonna be the target. Just double checking. The target isn't this pink gender reveal smoke behind us, is it?
No.
Oh, it's what I threw down a reference where we are in case you couldn't see the trench.
Gotcha.
So it's a girl. Understood.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I deserve that.
Who got a boo boo?
I warned him.
We're good. No medic needed.
I am the medic.
The medic was here. He was ready.
Hi, the
Check my
medic.
back.
Side Peeps head.
Look at it.
Hello.
It says
I see
medic.
I see it.
We're about to send.
Copy. Give me a direction.
North, northeast.
Copy. Round out.
Not quite.
Good hit.
Oh, so you did designate out in the water. Okay.
Oh, I thought we were designating on the range.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, in that case, the trenches are facing the wrong way.
Standing by for next call out.
Alright. Who else wants to take control?
Are we just going down the line, or like, what's up?
Yeah, we can go down the line. So Fitz, you're first.
Ha! My scheme worked.
Let you purple babies do it. I'm down to just hang out and enjoy the fireworks.
Make sure you pick a target.
I don't have any control right now.
Did you click on the camera?
Yeah, it's not. There's no drone.
There you
It's
go.
not selectable.
It should be. It should be.
Okay, cool. There we go.
Just make sure you disconnect it once you're done.
Okay, manually flying. Let's not take turret controls.
So you're going into the gunner camera and you're just pick a target. I'd say north of where we are.
Okay, copy that. Let me just get orientated here. Oh, it's right below us. Okay.
Yeah, we're right below it. So
All right, we'll fuck up a rock. Okay, target's lased.
Give me a bearing.
Gonna be due north of you.
Copy due north. Round out.
Good hit.
yeah, very good.
Alright, let's
You
release
disconnected?
controls.
Reloaded. On standby.
Okay, disconnected. Whoever's next.
All right, Stoll, you're next.
Okay, so I'm not shooting this onto or lasing the range
This is
then.
Google and communication streamer privilege.
Can if you want to, just be sure it's away from us.
Okay.
There's a red smoke.
Stop throwing smokes.
Just gonna
But it's fun.
put meat shield in the way. There we go.
Alright, so that's what I see.
So you remember, you're going into the gunner. You're right. The drone's right on top of us. So basically, what you need to do is look for a good spot in the range that you want to laze.
In the range, okay.
Yep.
And
Make sure it's
then the call out for the direction is of where I am.
It'd be relative to him.
Just gonna.
reference from where Morningstar is on the map.
Oh, I'm not liking what I'm hearing here. I'm just gonna go over here and hide.
Okay, I have no idea where Morningstar is.
He's on the map.
He's marked his position on the map.
Why can I not move my head? Oh.
Gotcha. Alright. Morningstar still?
Go for Morningstar.
Objects is lazed.
Give me a heading.
North.
Copy. Round out.
That's
Good
so
hit.
cool. That's
Alright.
dope.
It's bad
Yeah.
at all.
Well, that's the. That's
Why
the
am I
round,
set to walk?
Rockets.
Should stay close and listen so we can
Are
report
you
what went
disconnected
wrong.
from the drone?
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay. You're next.
Alright. Control gunner.
Are you guys enjoying yourselves?
Oh, absolutely, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do a sit.
Please don't blow us up.
We're at a good distance
This is
from
like a-
where Stoll
Morningstar,
is.
Asia.
Go for Morningstar.
Target is lazed, due north. Fire when ready.
Why am I sitting like this? What the fuck?
Copy. Round out.
That is cool.
Isn't it?
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Alright. Let me deselect it.
Ah, because I was leaning. Okay.
Alright.
We'll tap to key.
Reloaded. On standby.
The medical status of the idiots on the right. Stand by.
Lesson Morningstar interrogative. That last shot was good on target.
Lost some blood. Wait,
Copy.
hold on.
Alright, you disconnected from the drone now?
Small cut treated. Hi,
Yep.
how's it going?
Yep, Frost is getting
You have
lost.
anybody else?
Your turn.
Frost is up.
No
Buck is
injuries.
back on station, but you guys can continue as you
That
were.
was incredibly awkward.
Alright. I think this is Lays if I've used a drone before.
A little red laser icon on the top right.
Again,
Yeah,
like I
alright.
said, you don't have to laze inside the range. You can do a target outside, so let's say north of us.
Outside or inside the range?
Make sure it's north of us if it's outside the range. So,
Alright.
like in the big field north of us.
Directly on the lighthouse that's out there.
Please don't. Please don't destroy
Morningstar,
the
Frost.
drone infrastructure.
Go for Morningstar.
Target is lazed 1 degrees over.
Copy. I'll be sending 2 rounds out this time.
Oh. 1, 2.
So you guys see if he fires
Target
twice.
is out.
There is a little like variance in where he fires if he fires more than 1 round.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Alright, controls released.
Wraith, you're up.
Now, when I fire those 2 rounds, you see how they came in from 2 different angles?
Yes, sir.
I did, yes. Hey, one was off target, just so you're tracking.
Say again?
The second round was off target.
No, the first one was off target.
Correction on last. The first round was actually off target, second was on target, but they were close.
Yeah.
Try 2 again, as soon as Crate calls target list.
Just a note.
Morningstar, this is great.
Go for Morningstar.
50% efficiency or something.
Target is lazed, due north. Fire when ready.
Copy. Sending 2.
Whoa. Atlas Center.
Stand by.
Get your laser on, right?
Wait, one cross.
Yeah, below laser designator is shown.
Target was laid, correct?
Correct.
Did the first round did not engage the laser.
Negative. Re-engage. Target is relased.
Same bearing.
Roger.
I hope those weren't heat-seeking rockets.
Nope, same thing.
What the fuck?
Does he have the right rockets?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I know he's got the right rockets.
Negative. I'm picking up on the laser.
Copy. Stand by.
Where are you marking?
I'm marking just on the north end of the range. Or sorry, the other side of the range. Near
Right,
the,
yeah. the opposite side.
Be advised. Out of ammo. Spanker is black.
Copy.
Run 'em more rounds.
Why is my sprint off? Control C.
Oh,
There it goes.
Maybe back out.
A for Morningstar.
Hello,
Morningstar.
buddy, I'm here.
Let Lancer. Oh,
you don't have to talk to me over long range. What's up?
Oh, I was just gonna call and pick up for everybody as soon as Chris finishes. So I was gonna call it in before he was done. I just didn't want you in the AO before he was done.
You did disconnect.
Seeing as
Yeah, I'm just
you have to fly something in here.
Yeah, no, I had the little laser pointer marker.
I'm not
on
flying.
and No dice.
You have to
Also,
have
my
someone
meeting got
else fly.
canceled. It was great.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. That's not bad.
Probably just equipment malfunction.
Do you want to
Yeah, I'm
lace
not
some-
complaining.
Less
Time wasted. I don't mind.
Reported.
Do you want to lace something and shoot it?
No, I have no. I'm lasing something. It's for like an archer missile.
See how effective those rockets are.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? Good. And basically, like Morningstar said, they have a really good range, and they can go right over hills as long as the laser is active, and the rocket is able to attract onto the laser.
Morningstar, you're returning at this time.
He's here.
I'm here.
I didn't see him. Sorry. The new uniform makes Kevin's butt look real good, so I stare at it quite a bit. I'm gonna get shot.
I'm not gonna shoot you.
So the one of the things I just thought of as I was coming back, I could have said it over radio, but I just wanted to wait till I got back here. So when you're in the laser designation, you can go through and actually place a mark on the map. Like you can mark the target either I think it's red, black, or what was the other one? Blue. So, and it's the same. It's using the same muscles that you use to access the UAV terminal. So that way, if in case you're not exactly, if say you're operating the drone, but you're not 100% certain on where I'm at, or anybody else that's running a SAL rocket to the drone, you can laze the target, and once you have it lased, you can also place a map marker on there. So that way, the AT specialist can go through, reference the map, see where it's marked, and then position themselves most appropriately to be able to engage the target.
Do you want to give? See if we can create the shot, or do we want to peck her out? That's up to you.
I mean, I can go ahead if he wants to try again. I don't care.
I got the idea of it. The chances are I'll never be in a drone again, so.
It's more of you guys understanding what the concept is of what's going on, so that you guys can also help us utilize this system the way that we've been doing it. It allows us to take out targets. So let's just say you're Stole, you're with Vulcan, right? And you're up front because that's what Vulcan does. You guys see something, you can actually laser it with your binoculars if you so choose.
And
or
it'll
you
still
can
work
tell
the
us to
same.
bring. Yes, it will. That will pick up. It will pick up the laser as long as it is fired in the correct direction.
Yeah, as long as it's like, as soon as that rocket clears whatever obstacle is breaking the line of sight from the warhead to where that laser is pointing at, it will then beeline straight to it.
It is worth mentioning, unless this bankers have some wacky shit, which is entirely possible. There is a limit to the angle at which the rocket can be fired.
There is. It's about.
Yeah,
45
it's
degrees.
about 20 degrees, give or take.
Oh, you can fire it a little higher than that if you really want to. But
Oh no, I was talking about
20
like,
degrees.
from,
Oh yeah, yeah.
like as far as it goes, like as long as I'm shooting within we'll say a 40-degree
I was
cone.
talking about vertically.
Oh, vertically? Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
If I were to shoot like this, yeah, no, I just took out my ankles. So.
Well, I didn't mean just taking out your legs. I meant more along the lines of the actual what is it?
Rocket.
Yeah, the rocket just catching the laser.
Oh yeah. So as long as you go through and
my trench.
get it to where it's going towards the laser, like where the target is that's being designated, because you also got to keep in mind of the distance and all that. Because I mean, the closer you are, the smaller window you have for it to actually pick up the laser. The further away, the better the chances, or the greater chances are that it's going to pick up the laser designation. Now, if it's, say, for instance, if I'm...
User joined your
We'll
channel.
just use the Arsenal building over there as an example. If there's something in there that needs to be blown up, and you're, say, on this side of the building, lasing inside, and I'm on the other side of it, for whatever reason, it's more than likely not going to pick up that laser. Because it's got to see where you're lasing on its approach. If it flies over it, it's gone.
There are there's a couple other things I'd like to touch on, if I could. The number one important thing, and any of you who operate the UAV, check with your squad leader to make sure they've checked with command, and command is checked with high command. Especially if we are deploying off of any ships. Those ships have Archer missile systems that will auto-lock onto lasers that are active from data link sending terminals, which the Raven drone is, and it will fire. So you need to check before you just start slewing the laser around randomly. Additionally, because I can see it through my special UAV, some of you had the laser on permanently. Make sure that laser is not always on. God forbid, Raider, now previously me, or previously I, were calling in CAS strikes. I have specifically been, and actually I literally told Isher this earlier, I've specifically been seeing the helmet camera footage, and quite frankly, some of you can go back and look at Kaker's helmet camera footage and see it, where someone was lasing, let's just use, I don't know, we'll just use you guys as the opening. So between Frost and Stoll here, they thought this opening was clear. They had a trench in front of them. Their laser was hot. Unfortunately for them, as in many of the things in our world, the object is bigger than it visually appears. So they were accidentally lasing 3 feet in front of them. Big old 500-pound bomb came landing right on their foreheads. So make sure, unless you're actively targeting something, that laser should be off. Because in addition to that, not just you guys, but, you know, who's to say that one of the other squads isn't using, not that anyone has AT, but whenever they get AT, isn't trying to lase something with, you know, for their AT. Maybe the AT guy doesn't see it. He just knows the direction it's in. But one of their, like, marksmen or something sees it. Then they lase it. You could steal their rocket and potentially cause them to get in a mass cas because you stole their rocket. So the key thing to remember from that 5-minute tirade is turn off your laser unless you're actually using it. Additionally, I was listening through Fitzsimmons' helmet camera. Did I hear that we're using drones but turning off the automation on them? I'm gonna just butt in and say that I did. Don't do that.
That is correct. Okay.
Yeah. The drones are so simple. For the record, if any of you would like to see it, go ahead and open your UAV terminal. I have had the Marines place a bunch of drones on the runway for you. There is no reason you should ever have to control driver with one of these drones. The only time you would ever need to control driver is occasionally these things don't like to land on their own. But 9 times out of 10, they will in fact land on their own. So you can open the UAV terminal, you take your control of your AV, and then you've got it, and you can shift click somewhere on the map, and that'll give you your waypoint. Once that waypoint's there, you can right click on said waypoint and change the altitude. I think I might have heard Morningstar go over that.
Morningstar did say that.
Okay.
I just couldn't
Yeah, 'cause-
remember what the. I remember there was a 2, 5, and I think it was 2,000.
Yeah, because for some of these drones, if you turn off the autonomous, they'll slam into the ground.
Yeah, especially the big ones.
One thing to keep in mind regarding these drones, especially with the autonomous feature, is
user left your channel.
You can point track a number of things. So when I say point track, some of you don't know what I'm talking about, and that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. When I say point track, you're controlling the gunner. I believe the default is Control T muscle will lock you either onto the ground, or if you are looking at an enemy, sorry, the hiccups, an enemy vehicle,
cool.
or quite frankly, even a friendly vehicle, you will stay locked onto that vehicle for the duration until you flex your Control T muscle again. That's the default muscle, I believe.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I see that.
You may have to go and change it if you've already changed yours. I can talk to you about that later if you really need to, but if you're not doing the drone shit, then God bless.
No, the real point of the exercise is to show you guys that we can operate as separate squads and still have these things be available to everybody. So if you guys know we have a drone up, we're going to tell you there's a drone up. Your squad leader should be able to tell you there's a drone up. And if we need to, if you guys have extra capability, I know nobody really runs in a team, but if you have extra space, grab the IR rockets. We'll discuss that before missions, and this is what we do with them. So we had no line of sight on Morningstar. You guys, you know where he was because of the lines, but this is what we can do with the system. And that is what your AT could be doing with the system. It's just to keep something to keep in mind as a tool in your toolbox, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Thank you, Captain, for coming out to help to clear up some things.
Do my best.
Oh yeah.
How many of you are there?
1, 2,
What's
3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
There's 8 of us.
9? 8? Okay, perfect.
How do you make the drone actually land?
So shift click somewhere to give it a waypoint. Right click on that waypoint.
Oh,
Even
It
with your
will try
bracket
and
muscles, you
find
can see the cameras as well.
preferable location to where it can land.
Yep. And on top of that, there's other fancy shit you can do with the drone. You can right click on, well, quite frankly, either Buckley or I on the map. And when I say Buckley or I mean either the Zeus or Fenrir blue form marker. And you can literally just tell it to follow you. For the record, obviously you can't see enemy blue form markers. But, mildly useful if for some reason we're ever following some convoy or something.
Yeah, if you can see, like, if you want to follow, if you have one of these, you can follow into the squad. I don't know if your squads are authorized for it, but it might be. I don't know.
I think technically the little drone is available to anyone, but I don't really know that for certain.
And we need more work with the big drone anyway, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
but
I know you guys are going to specialize in drones, which means you guys will get access to all the bigger and weird ones.
Yep. We talked about that. So.
The mule?
But yeah.
Okay. Are we getting extra?
I have a Falcon on the way already. If you guys are done fucking with your drone, just make sure at minimum, even if you can't get it to land, just give it a move order to go back to the area, and then open up your UAV terminal. For the record, this is also how you release control of a drone. Click on the select AV in the top left, and then once again click on the little dashes way up at the top.
So I have a question, if it's okay.
I might have an answer.
So for the lasing, is that any laser designator will work, or is there only particular ones?
So any laser designator will work for what you guys are doing. For the thing that I was warning you guys about, it has to have data link capability. So like my binoculars, I can laser designate with my binoculars. However, they don't send on data link.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was just wondering because I have a laser designator on my auto rifle, so it's good to know that in a pickle,
That's also different. That's a laser pointer. That's not an actual designator.
That's just a laser. Yeah, that's two different.
Oh, cool. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, so you're fine. Because I've had that happen in the past. It was really funny. I don't remember who was doing it. But we were telling somebody to, hey, I need you to laze this. We were on Moosehead doing something. He lazes it. I went in and looked through the UAV camera, and I was like, this guy's literally just pointing his fucking laser. I'm losing my mind.
Yeah, they're two separate things.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Okay.
And it's also
so-
the other way
hell
where
did
they
my
didn't think they were
UAV
laser get and we get blown up. So.
Go on.
My UAV, I told it to land on the runway, and it decided to go to a helipad instead.
Helipad. So that's one of the things about the UAVs. They will specifically try to land at marked helipads, just to make their lives easier.
Again, like I said, it'll search for
Because the marked helipads are clear, some of these others aren't. Lancer, I can hear you whispering, but I can't hear much else. I don't know if
You're
I'm the
just
only
not
one
close. You're just not
who
close
can't.
enough.
One thing, if you need your UAV to land somewhere that's kind of like not the greatest terrain, a quick tip that I practiced many a times during the most recent campaign. I don't even remember the fucking name of that planet. They're all blending together. Give your UAV a move order and set its height to 20 meters. Or whatever the minimum height is. And then,
Also, I don't know if
land
this
at
was
20.
I don't know if this was covered whenever I was running out because we already had the drone set up. But whenever you do place the drones down, be mindful of overhead objects because you can set it down, but if you got trees, power lines, fucking a building overhang, and you set that thing, hey, go here, and set altitude 500, yeah, it's gonna go straight up into whatever's above it and either get damaged or get destroyed.
Yeah, in fact, Raider experienced that firsthand during our time over on Tanoa. He was able to get it out of the overhead canopy. Unfortunately, getting it back to him to put it back in his backpack, he unfortunately clipped the tree coming down. It happens. Obviously you don't want to, destroy UNSC property, but that's the reason why they're drones and not like, you could tell a real pilot can tell you to fuck off if he tells you to land in a fucking field. Like has happened. I'm not looking at you specifically, Buckley. You were just there. I just know for a fact you were there.
I was there. Yeah.
And he got
No,
blown up because everyone took forever to get to him.
Yep, I remember that.
It was in an awkward position as well.
It was a real bad position.
Whenever you guys are, in fact, ready to go back, the Falcon is
To the east. It should be just east, I saw. Yeah.
Yeah, it's at the military base.
Good.
Like 300 meters southeast.
Yeah, unless anybody has anything else to say or ask, let's head back and we'll get on, we'll get on long range for a hot minute and then
What about that
break down.
convoying?
I guess last question would be,
But did you want the convoy?
But we can't convoy on an island.
Oh, we were talking about doing convoy training.
But off and
sometime.
on, you can. This island has bridges.
Yeah, it's fine. Next time then.
Oh, is there a bridge off the island?
There is a bridge off the island.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm not gonna fuck with it today. I'll fuck with it on Thursday.
Okay. So
It's
what
getting
were you saying?
it's getting late enough.
Oh, I was gonna say, I landed the thing and I could not make it, so I right-clicked set, or right tab, whatever, set move, and it just doesn't take off.
User joined your channel.
There is a series. Actually, Stoll, was that you?
Yeah.
After this, let's go through a couple things. There's a couple things I had to turn off to make that work.
Gotcha.
It's also worth mentioning if you're lucky, if the thing lands close to you, it's just like any other computer equipment. Pick it up, put it back down, turn it off, turn it back on again.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes enough sense then. I don't think I need any more then. Not like
Does
I'll
that
need to use
actually recharge its battery?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit him.
I could be wrong, but not to my knowledge.
I don't know if he hits him.
Let me try this
All right, are we ready?
Yep, let's go. Nope.
User
We're not
left
trying
your
that drone
channel.
right now. Let's go. Pick it back up.
Yeah, you can do. You can fuck with it when you get back to base. For anyone who's not leaving, you can walk back to the airfield.
Nice little headache. Stop moving. Looks like we're good. Just triple time down the road.
Saw the most obnoxious of headaches.
Appreciate everybody for coming out
User
today.
joined your channel.
Yeah, anytime, baby.
What's that? Fraternization?
Kinky.
Wow.
What was it? Beans? Beans?
Gotta get that promotion somehow.
I'm sure you're aware the captain is on this map.
I'm immediately getting off of that bean channel.
I'm gonna ask no saucy shit on the fucking comms, please.
I want freedom.
Killjoy.
Go fuck yourself.
Maybe later.
It's not on comms.
Holy shit. Actually, I'm so proud of you guys.
You're proud that we got into a Falcon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick and efficiently.
Hey, we'll take the compliments we can get.
I gotta make sure. I think. Oh yeah, I haven't set up my fucking muscle groups for the get in thing.
So I did it, and it is that amazing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I didn't even know it existed, but everybody should be doing that by default.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anybody has any questions about anything that we did today, feel free to reach out.
Hey, I need to take a nap in order to get this asshole fucking moving, so I'll talk to you guys later.
Have a good night, sir.
Oh, he's gone.
Captain's going up there and
head already.
punching the shit out of somebody.
Yeah. Climbing up the side of the Pelican.
This is a Falcon, sir?
You're right. They're all birds. Except for that, I suppose.
He just climbed into the cockpit.
Yeah.
Some sort of action
You're on the
hero.
pilot's lap.
But yeah,
Give me this.
it's mine now. I'm throwing you into the water.
Just cause style.
So yeah, let me know if there's any of the other basic stuff, if anybody wants to go over it. I mean, if you want to do land nav again, anybody wants to, you're going to talk to would probably be Isra, frankly. Sorry, Isra, I just volunteered you. Solid cold.
What?
If anyone wants to do land nav again, it's Isra, it's your game now.
Oh, I thought you said my name for a second there. Yeah, oh, absolutely. You want to help?
No.
I mean, the two of you guys. I mean, the problem is that there's one brain cell, so you guys are gonna have to trade it back and forth during the
Play
training.
catch, yeah. Play catch.
Yeah, so it's actually like it's an entertaining activity for you guys. You guys have to trade the brain cell while you train somebody else.
Finish each other's sentences.
Say
You
again?
even give me the chance to say that. What the heck, man? I can't finish it if you don't stop.
Vulcan, no.
Vulcan, yes.
Can we just make it so instead of saying break on comms, we just say beans instead?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
I will punch Crace in the back of the head right now.
You know, we
Do
just
it, you
have
won't.
some big fucking mask has half the squad is schwacked and just hop on a command and just be like beans, beans, beans.
I don't know if you have any idea. I don't know. Yeah, if you
Yeah,
have any idea how mad that would make them.
I think you get cast called on you.
Overlord, this is great. Fire on my position, please. End it all.
16, going to your location. Luckily,
Copy,
can I jump
beams
out?
and down.
Luckily, let me jump out.
I think by default, if you hit the V muscle twice, you can jump out.
I know,
Yeah,
I'm
don't.
getting permission, I don't...
Let me know if they'll let me,
Your permission is denied.
It was a good try.
I had the parachute on.
Yeah, besides, that would be a service-related injury.
I got a parachute.
well, let them know your rent afterwards.
Parachutes don't always work. They're like condoms.
They bring extra.
We're a bit low to parachute out anyways.
There's a global parachute crisis going on.
I was gonna say the minimum is 500 meters with a reserve chute.
Yeah, but that's outdated parachutes.
Yeah, with our chutes, you can open it about 3 and you'll be fine.
Yeah, but the minimum they go for safety is usually 5 when training jumps.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody out.
Master sign over there. Crisp as hell.
Did we do something to get yelled at, or?
No, he looks good.
Yeah, that's what's got me worried.
You dressed up for something. Have you set up your gun cage? Is this yours?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I've got my my shrine, I've got my food, I've got a gun.
No,
my armor.
Yeah.
What's the shrine to? Suppressor?
It's the suppressor that we...
It's a shrine to the lack of suppressors.
Yeah, it's...
On the own
You know, we just covet that which we cannot have.
And
I'm gonna go look at my point.
Are we done for the day, do you know, or
We are
is...
done. We are done. We are done. Everybody can go on long range.
Cool, I'll see you
I
there.
figured it out.
User left your channel.
Why does everybody need me all of a sudden?
Why the fuck? Hold on. You need to get
Why does
banned.
everybody need me all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I figured it
Alright, y'all, I'm gonna
User
turn
left
off
your
the,
channel.
Channel
User left your channel.
I'm gonna turn off the,
User disconnected from
stream
your
now.
channel.
Thank y'all for, showing up, and,